where culture meets context. The Realist Lounge, hosted by where culture meets context. The Realist Lounge, hosted by where culture meets.
Welcome everybody to the Realist Lounge, where we don't just talk, we think up in here, and we bring in culture, we bring in context to culture. And tonight we have a full panel for you, different perspectives, different experiences, and one big question: are we divided by choice or by design? So basically, we're just noticing that there's been a lot of changes when it comes to media right now. We don't know what's true. We don't know what's not true. We have so many different outlets coming to us, feeding us information, telling us what to believe, what to think about. And is it really helping America or is it dividing us even more? So, me, your girl, Shannon Nicole, of course, my co host here, Unplugged, we're waiting on Unapologetically G and my amazing panel guests who are going to introduce themselves to you. We're going to have this conversation tonight. Let's keep it live in the chat. Of course, we're going to engage with you all. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And I'm going to go ahead and start with India. Introduce yourself. Introduce your lovely self to the people, and
Ooh,
then
yay.
popcorn to whoever you like next.
Ladies first. I'm India Johnson on all platforms. It is trademarked. And I don't know, what do I say about myself? I wouldn't label myself these days a conservative. I was once a disgruntled Democrat, and now I am just an independent thinker who is just out here doing the best I can to make sense of what's going on in this world. I am, I guess, more than anything at this point, a new mom, because why not bring a baby into this world? You know, why not? But I love it. And when everybody, you know what it was, everybody would say, the world is so bad. Why have a baby when the world is so bad? But I just believe that that's the best way to make the world better. So
Yeah.
that's my contribution at this point, is being a mom. And I'm going to pass it to Steve.
All right, I appreciate you all having me. I'm Steven, but everybody knows me more commonly as Steve-O. Based in Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised here. I guess I can say former music executive before I decided to run for public office, Atlanta City Council to be specific. But since then, about a year before I decided to run, been in the classroom teaching, and then now I'm more of a community advocate more than anything else. So happy to be here, happy to get into this political discussion, and yeah, I'm excited.
And
Did
just
you
so
say my
everybody,
political? Yeah, my
yes,
political
please tell your,
affiliation.
let them know.
Yeah, I am a Democrat. More, I consider myself a centrist Democrat, but yeah.
So just so you all know, we just don't be on here spitting conservative babble, okay? We don't do that. We are all just open-minded people. Okay? All right. On to the next person.
The guest. Go ahead, Joe.
I am Joe Collins, retired U.S. Navy veteran, former 2020-2022 congressional candidate for California's 43rd congressional district.
Against melting face Maxine Waters. Keep going.
Oh shoot! Yes,
right.
Please talk about that.
Right now, I do a lot of political fundraising. I do a lot of policy with the National Policy Institute, and we're getting ready to launch a nonprofit called Young Political Foundation that is geared towards identifying, training, and supporting young people and get them ready for public office, so we can end gerontocracy in America, irrespective of whatever your political party persuasion is.
Okay. All right. Well, we got some heavy hitters on here. Also, like I do remember when it comes to India. Let me circle back. You didn't vote for Trump, right?
I didn't.
Did you vote at all?
No, I didn't vote.
Can you share why?
Well, one, I hadn't established my residency anywhere. So like I wasn't gonna move it from Indiana to Florida just to vote. Like I didn't want to rush that process, but I also didn't feel moved to vote like absentee in Indiana. I knew Trump was gonna win. And I think most importantly, I his relationship with Israel is just always something that makes me feel uncomfortable. Everybody feels how they feel about that. But that was just something that I just didn't feel comfortable putting my name on to. I felt more comfortable with him being president than Kamala because of the impact on the kids specifically. I think the Democrats' impact on kids is weird. Their view of children is weird. But that whole situation with Israel, I feel like either way, Israel was going to win the election, and I didn't want to vote for Israel.
Yeah, I hear that. I feel that. Okay, well, let's go ahead and say what's up to the chat. Let's see what's in the chat. Let's see who's in the chat. What's going on, Tracy Chandler? What's up, my home girl? One Lord, one son. What's up? What's up? That's all we got right now. Come on, y'all. Make sure you all share the live. There's gonna be some good soul food today. Good soul food. So until we get everybody that's going right now, I do want to talk about this picture with Trump and Jesus. I gotta bring it up. Because India, what did you think? I know you are a devout Christian. I am curious to know your thoughts about that.
I don't even have any. Ain't that crazy? It's like I
Really?
don't have any thoughts about it. We gotta bring in the men. But I didn't have any thoughts about it. And I really do love the Lord. And at this point, I just overlook anything that is meant to be some kind of distraction, some kind of emotional trigger. It doesn't
Right.
make any sense to me. And everybody is using AI for a million different things at this point. So like whatever somebody's doing with AI is between them and God. Ain't none of my business. I didn't feel nothing from this. How did y'all feel, gentlemen?
Yeah. I'm actually hitting up one of the people who are looking for the link, but I'm still listening. So
Mhm.
what you think about it?
I got on Nana's live earlier and heard about it, and I forgot what they said, but they was like, he's actually not portraying himself to be Jesus, and he didn't do this. Somebody else did it. That's my thing. Like, we got a real Trump is 80 years old. Yes, he tweets. We get it. He gonna tweet his ass off with the letter, with typing something.
Yeah.
He's not doing this. So since he's not doing this, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
India just hit the nail on the head. There's other things we could be focused on. And
Yeah.
to be honest with you, and this is where I can't wait to meet him to shake his hand. He does this shit to troll people. That's all that's why it
Yeah.
gets posted. Because once again, anybody who's, and I know that Joe can probably attest to this, and probably anybody else who's a business owner. If they're talking about you, then your job is done. That means you're out there. His name is always in somebody's mouth. Maybe if they stop that, they could win an election. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. What you think? What you think, Steven?
I've come to think about President Donald Trump like he's learned the fact there's no consequence for talking. Like he can say, and this is just a version of expressing himself. I mean, although Fu says he didn't post it, and I get what you're like, it may not be him directly, but in the clip that Shannon got up, like he did say, "Hey, I posted it. I just didn't think I was Jesus Christ in it. I thought I was a Red Cross worker." But I've just learned that President Trump, he's just going to do whatever he wants to do, and he'll take whatever comes with it and move accordingly. There is no consequence. He has not been reprimanded for saying anything with true, untrue, troll or not a troll. Like, so to Fu's point, he understands that all attention for him at least is good attention because he hasn't been reprimanded for anything. So why not just do what you want and express yourself how you want? Why not? Why not?
Yeah. I agree. Good
And
take.
I
Good
mean, there
take.
are. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. What you was about to say?
There are followers of his who really do see him this way, and people could be offended all day long, but it just is what it is. There are people who see him this way, and as long as you're upset at him for sharing it, like you're not addressing the people. Get into the psyches if you want to. It might be a spirally place. Who knows? Like get into the psyches of people who really do see him that way. Because I saw he said that he was being depicted as a doctor. There's not a scalpel, not a stethoscope, not a not a EKG machine. There's nothing that would indicate it's any kind of medical professional. Like there is power coming from the palm of your hands. Come on now. There's only one person we know in history who had healing, miracle working powers in their hands. But at the end of the day, they don't have nothing to do with me for real, because the only black person in this image is the Statue of Liberty back there, and they didn't turn her green. So there's like, this has literally nothing to do with me at all. I don't see myself represented in the photo. I see like, oh, like maybe there are white people out there who see him as their savior. That's between them and God. That's between them and God. I probably wouldn't give all of these antics so much attention. I find a lot of it to be so immature. And I was a high school principal for 6 years. And I wouldn't entertain these conversations among my students. I wouldn't entertain these conversations among my staff, my employees, because we have bigger fish to fry.
Thank
And
you.
if we had bigger fish to fry in a high school, I know this man had bigger fish to fry on the world level. So why are we even talking about it? Not us, but why is the media talking about it?
Right. What you think, Joe?
I think it's just so. I think I grew up watching South Park, and everything else that's offensive, and I think that people are just emotionally immature when it comes to these things. I mean, you got a picture of a guy who was supposed to be a depiction of Jesus, but the first depiction of Jesus that was ever drawn was drawn by a Roman Catholic. I've never seen a picture of white Jesus in a church that I grew up in, and I've seen Russia depiction of Jesus, and he was a black guy. I haven't seen anything in the Bible that said that Jesus wore something like this, or the image that everybody has of Jesus, which is this white man, blonde hair, blue eyes, was actually Jesus. So the fact that people are getting upset about that, especially black people are getting upset about the picture, is completely dumbfounding to me. It just shows that you don't read your Bible, you don't know the history, and anybody can create any image and say this is something, and you're going to be triggered and emotionally disturbed by it. I just think it's a huge problem to me.
It is. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Coach Van? Welcome.
What's going on? Sorry to show up all late. Sorry,
nah,
guys.
you on
I wanted to
time,
be
man.
more
You
professional
black.
than this. I apologize.
You a brother. You on time, man.
I need to say something to that brother real quick.
Hold.
Fam, I gotta tell you, I rock with you. The fact that you are proving with your results on YouTube. When I say I follow you, I follow you. And you got your son, your engineering son, beasting on YouTube. And as soon as I get the money to pay for your class, whatever you want, my man, I just ain't got it. And I can't sell myself. I don't look good enough to sell myself to get the money. But when I get the money, I'm gonna be one of your students. I promise you. I promise you.
I appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you so much, man. Just so y'all know, I hate being put on the spot like that, but thanks. I appreciate you. And you ain't got to pay nothing, man. We on a panel together. I give you all the information you want to know, Mo.
Man, yeah, we definitely gonna talk. But
let's go. Yeah, absolutely.
When I say
let's
welcome,
do that.
he official. Like I everybody out there, follow him and follow his son with the LFR Jojo, right?
Yeah, LFR Jojo, and I'm LFR family. Yeah, thank you, man. I really appreciate. Thank you, bro. You ain't that. Lord, I hear you, Lord. I hear you, God.
I've been following Coach Van for, man. I've been following your content for a while. True man of God, and I've always liked it and appreciated how you broke things down. So it's an honor to have all of y'all on the show. I'm fans of all of y'all. I'm fans of everybody. So I know the night gonna be smoking. But Coach Van, I know you saw this. I know you saw it.
I have not. I have not seen this yet. I haven't seen it.
So it's going wild on the internet. This was hot off the press. I wasn't even gonna start with this. I was gonna start with Funky Deneva, but I was just like, nah, let me go ahead and start with this because I knew that India was gonna be on here, and I know India is definitely a strong woman of faith. And to see how this is just added fuel to the fire of the TDS train. Whoever did this, they need to be fired. Like, I'm sorry. I feel like they need to be fired just on the strength that that liberals is going crazy with this. So basically, they got this AI picture of him right here, portraying someone that they say is Jesus. Is that blasphemy? Like, what do you think when you look at that picture? What's your thought?
It's on brand. It's on brand, man. Trump crazy as hell anyway. So for him, honestly, I think a picture like this will make Trump proud of him. He would be proud of this. Like, honestly,
He posted it.
He
Huh?
posted it.
So he is proud of it.
Yeah, I mean, it matches him. And I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised at all. It's unfortunate because I voted for him, but for him to think of himself as Jesus or the second coming, I think that's some BS. And I'm not for nothing. And probably a lot of y'all will unfollow me after I say this. I probably shouldn't. Van, don't say it. You know what? Never mind.
No, say it. Say it. Get off your chest.
Listen, y'all MAGAites, y'all get on my damn nerves, man. Because y'all meat ride this nigga like he is Christ. And I hate it. Like, it makes me, I never in my life, and I fool with a lot of y'all. I'm just keeping it a buck. I mean, I voted Republican. I voted for Trump. And most of my family, I'm in DC and Maryland. You already know how it is here. But most of y'all get on my damn nerves, man. Like, all y'all fake outrage gets on my nerves. And y'all
Why?
will meat ride this man until the wheels fall off. And that gets on my damn nerves, man.
There's no accountability. The same people will also post that ugly meme, that racist meme of black people. They always say like accountable to nothing, offended by everything or whatever. But then your president is being the same way. I am not emotionally triggered. I used to hate this man's guts. I am no longer emotionally triggered by him. I'm entertained by him. And in many ways, I'm inspired. Like, it's just the truth. I'm inspired and I'm freed. I'm freed up because any skeleton that could
I
ever
like
come
that.
out of my closet as I pursue greatness in my life pales in comparison to everything that he has going on. So don't ever try to bring anything about India Johnson up for anything that she has going on in her life when everybody was supporting him. But
That's right.
the support of his is at some point is enablement. And I do believe that he could be greater, he could be more impactful if his supporters would just hold him accountable sometimes, or just be honest, like, okay, that was a bit much, Mr.
Yeah.
President. That
Yeah.
one right there is a bit much. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
Let me say something real quick about because I'm really just looking at this picture. If this picture had a cross behind it and maybe a church or cathedral or something like that, I could get it. Look at the picture. He has the Statue of Liberty, the flag, and all of that. For me, that's why for me, when I look at it, it's not that serious. Now, for somebody who's really into, and on top of that, Trump is not religious at all. He never has been. And people should know this. But this right here, for me, if the background was different, maybe I would say a person who's really into the Bible, I could understand the outrage. This right here, it's not that serious. That's why I said for me, because I'm looking, and it's my first time really looking at the picture. American flag. And if I'm not mistaken, that's like a fighter jet above the Statue of Liberty. And come on now.
Is this the next step of the cult though? And this is something I'm just thinking just now. Just hear me out. Just hear me out, because I'm being forced to look at it and think about this. There are people out there who literally believe that he has been anointed by Jesus Christ. Like, we know that there was calls that went out from the commanders a few weeks ago to their troops that said, our president has been anointed, literally said this, our president has been anointed by Jesus Christ to XYZ. Like, this is part of like ushering in Armageddon. This was the communication that went out. When I hear things like that, I'm like, whatever. I've read the book of Revelation multiple times, so I know what's to come. I don't really care who do it as long as it get done, because I know what's on the other end of that. But there are people who really do believe that he is this guy, and you're saying he's non-religious, but he's saying we're having a prayer service or prayer rededicating the country back to God on May 18th or whatever. So he's presenting a religion. He has a Bible. He has the Trump Bible. Again, I'm not here to say like, oh, be afraid, because everything has to play out however it's going to play out.
Right.
But I do think this is turning up the heat on those who do follow him religiously and hang on to every word that he says. They see him this way. This is showing us how he's seen.
This the last thing I'm going to say on this, and I'll be quiet. You're absolutely right that people may see him like this, but it's also people that see him as the Antichrist. So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
It's on both sides. So I'm like, I can't.
No, that's one side. That's all in alignment. Like if you're
No.
seen as Christ, you are the Antichrist.
No,
Like
no,
that's
but
what it
what I'm
says in the
saying
book.
is the same way you said there's people that sees him as being anointed and everything like that. There's other people that say he the devil. So it's like it don't make a difference. It is what it is.
Either way, they saying he has supernatural divine powers. Well, that's all I'm saying. Like either way, people believe that he has this. I was saying that 2 years ago. I'm like, why are y'all making this man a god? Y'all believe that he could turn back the hands of time. Y'all believe he could put us back in chains. Y'all believe that he could strip us of all of our rights. Y'all believe they believe that he has all of this
Man.
unbridled
Let-
power.
I'm gonna let
because
DJ Knock talk on it because he just came in. What's up, brother? How you doing? Shout out to DC.
I'm
DC in
good.
the building.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you just
Okay.
fine.
All right.
So
I got a new
we
setup
welcome
for
to
you,
the
man.
welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you.
We
Shane.
talking about Jesus and Trump in this picture right now. I know you got something to say. Coach Van, you had something to say?
I had something to say about DJ Knock.
Yeah, what's up, Van?
Uh-oh.
What's going on,
What's
bro?
up with you,
Hold on now.
soldier?
Wait a minute. Because I just saw what happened on Dave's show with A Smart and Craig.
Nah, they know each other. We safe.
Okay.
safe.
Oh no, I
brother,
got big
man.
respect for this guy. This
Hey, look.
guy right here, he's one of the reasons why I started producing music like a long time ago. DJ Knock was one of the only people from our area who was really like going up. So I seen him rise and do some big things, man. I always had respect
So,
for him. What's
it's
going
so
on, man?
crazy,
It's
man.
just
I
it's
love
good
you,
to see
bro.
him. It's good to be in a panel
know,
with you, man.
Look, that's kind of weird. It came full circle, right? And here we are on the same panel.
Yes, sir.
Look at
Yes,
the
sir.
love.
Hey, how's
God is here. This is what God look like right now. I don't know
Yeah.
about
Exactly.
Caesar Bertos, whatever his name is that y'all talking about. But go ahead, DJ Knock. I want to hear from you, and then I'm gonna get my little tidbits. And we got to get into this Funky Geneva situation because I've been ready to roast her ass for a whole week.
What?
Damn.
What you say?
His.
Him, her, what?
I've been
Uh-oh.
ready to
Be
roast
careful.
Funky Diva
Went
for
to
a
the-
week. I have
No, he
not made
identifies
a
as a-
single TikTok or IG about Funky Geneva, so I was waiting specifically for this show to address Funky Geneva. Go ahead, DJ.
No, but I mean, as far as this picture is concerned, nothing surprises me coming out of this Trump administration. I laugh. It's funny as hell to me. Maybe because I got a little bit of petty in me that I enjoy going to the internet and seeing how pissed off people are. You know what I mean? It just kind of shows me just how immature people are, how people lack humor. You know what I mean? Like just seeing the direction that people have gone in. Like we can't even be comedians anymore. We can't have fun anymore. We can't laugh anymore.
Yeah.
You know, but Van also said something that was pretty strong. I guess maybe it's a cultural thing here in DC. We don't dick ride. We don't do it. You know what I mean? He breathes and bleeds just like us. He's just a man. So I would rather see people push him to do his job and let him know just how serious we are versus just going along with everything that he says and does and, you know, not criticize him. I just don't think that's fair to him nor us.
Yeah, I agree. All
Thanks.
great points. My final thought on the whole Trump in this picture is just this. First of all, maybe all of these things that are happening right now are kind of forcing people to really like start questioning whether or not they know what they talking about. Or whether or not they actually know who God is, who the Messiah is, because everybody seems to have. This is why I say we're not on one accord on who Jesus is right now. We're not even on one accord on the spirituality of Christianity here in a country that's supposed to be Christian forward.
Facts.
Like, come on, y'all.
Won't
Y'all can't be this offended by this shit, and y'all wasn't offended by. I'm gonna show y'all what y'all should have been offended by. First, let's hear from the commander in chief and see what he actually had to say about this.
Press work in there, which we support, and only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, "How did they come up with that?" It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better.
That picture of yourself.
So he said it was him depicting a doctor. What drives me insane is this. First of all, fire whoever came up with that concept because they knew that it was going to trigger some people. I get it that it's supposed to be funny and we're not supposed to take things serious, but come on, man. Do you remember what happened during Passion of Christ when that came out?
Come on. That man got struck by lightning.
Do you remember that? They was going crazy. People were passing out in the theater.
Yeah, that was Mel Gibson, right?
Come on,
Yeah.
But come
Yeah,
on
they-
now. He talking about they was depicting him as a doctor. That I'm not gonna buy that one. You know who needs to be fired is the one who wrote him that line. Because somebody they agreed upon what he was coming up there and say. That he should have come up with something better. And what do you mean depicting you as a doctor? You either a doctor or you ain't, brother.
So why
And
y'all?
he's
Why,
not a-
why
he's
y'all?
not a
I got
doctor.
a question for y'all. Why wasn't y'all that outraged with this shit?
I'm thirsty.
Now that was sick. That's
I'm
sick.
thirsty.
Nobody said a thing. Nobody said nothing. Y'all was quiet when a black lesbian Britain lady came to America under a production by a gay Canadian and depicted Jesus Christ Superstar. I don't give a damn if it was a play or not. I don't care if Dr. Seuss wrote it. That was never the intent of it.
That's why I laugh. That's why I
Because they
laugh
didn't
at
say
all that.
anything. No, but look at the comments. Jesus Christ is King of
Jesus
Kings.
is Lord. Cynthia is so talented. OMG.
Hey,
It's
I'm
so
thirsty.
beautiful.
It is finished. Chills.
Mm.
This is beautiful. I wish I was there to see it live. Y'all was cheering on this decrypted crypt keeper looking chick playing the Lord and Savior. Now this was more believable than the picture of him as far as what Jesus actually looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's an actual witch.
Facts.
Like this is, I mean, honestly, I'm not taking up for Trump, but what I'm saying is that like that's what healers used to dress like back in the day. Did nobody have on no Dr. Scrubs?
Listen.
They didn't have that on. Somebody said, I'm so offended by this. We know he loves to troll. Christians are supposed to
Unoffended.
operate in healing power anyway. Many of us don't, but the Bible says that we have the power to heal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and that's
mean,
true. That's
I
true.
get it.
And yeah, what you about to say, India?
I'm sorry. Because this is the more we talk about it, the more I do feel something about it. But I don't feel offense. I just feel like, man, like I want to hear from the white people because it was all white people. In that, I want to hear from the white people who feel represented in that because it literally doesn't have anything to do with me or us. We are not included.
What
We
you
were not
mean? They
included.
acting like Passion of the Christ
We were
again
not
right now.
included in
They
that
going
image
crazy.
at all.
The only difference with Passion of the Christ compared to now is ain't nobody leaving their house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is just upset. Yeah, like a lot of people are not aware that we are literally in the midst of one of the biggest energy harvesting rituals that this
Yes.
country, this world has ever seen because
It
of
is it.
social media.
It is it. And that's why you can't give all of this stuff energy. Like it's like every 5 minutes they're trying to find something like, will this get them enraged? Will this get their attention? Will this get them upset? Will this, because it's our oil, our energy is the oil that makes the world go around. Don't get me started on that.
You know what proves what you just said is true? Do you notice that certain people get upset when you don't get upset?
Mhm.
Have you caught that?
Yes.
When they coming at you sideways and everything like that because they're in their feelings, if you don't respond with that same energy, they are truly mad.
Yeah.
That's why I've always been a fan of, I treat people like that like children. When they have them temper tantrums, I just sit back and watch them. I'm not gonna, go ahead, roll over, do all that shit. I'm whoop your ass in a few minutes, but you keep on rolling over, doing all that. Don't give them no energy, walk away. What they're gonna stop because they're not getting the attention. That's where we have to be, especially us, because we so fucking emotional.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
You ain't
I
lying.
see. I got two people that just joined. My other co-host, unapologetically, G is in the building, and then I do see my guy DJ Green. G, you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yes, sis, you know I'm here. I'm sorry for being late, you guys.
You good?
I'm an
You black?
undercover
You on
Batman.
time?
Okay.
See, you black, you on time.
You on time? No, and welcome, DJ Green. Thank you for stopping through, man.
It's my pleasure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you
Absolutely.
just
I
fine, bro.
wasn't here for sound check.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah.
all good. You came in. You got the mic. You
Well, I've
ready?
been
You
trying to
ready?
get in. You know that, but we ain't gonna
Man,
talk about that.
listen, let me tell you something, y'all. I'm trying to be professional when it comes to this shit. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna send everything email, man. I'm
Hey,
not
you
gonna
doing
do
your
no
thing.
text messages.
Yeah, you doing
No,
your
I
thing with
emailed
that.
you.
I'm doing
You
all of
already
this
know.
by myself. I am a Libra, y'all. I'm wearing all of the hats. I'm trying to do all of this by myself.
I'm not
India,
attacking you. I'm just fucking with you. Messing with
listen,
you.
and I'm gonna tell you something, Van. You put me on blast because I wasn't gonna do any flyers because I knew I had so many guests. I was like, I
Right.
can't fit all of these
I'm
faces on one
sorry.
flyer.
My
And he was
bad.
like, so am I gonna?
Yo,
My
I
bad.
gotta say this
Can I
before we move.
hold
I
on?
gotta
Hold
say this
on. He
before
was
we
like,
move on.
so can I get a flyer? Can I get a
Ooh,
flyer with my face on it? He ain't say it like that, but that's just what
he
I'll
got
tell
the
you. It's
same
like
chat
1 o'clock.
GPT you got.
It's
He
one
could have
o'clock
made
in the
it.
morning. I was just like, you know what? This man gonna get a flyer because he took time to come on my podcast. So I made him a flyer, and I was just like, look, bump it. I'm gonna get everybody's flyer. Chat
I'm sorry.
GPT, do your thing. Send me a flyer. Put this on it. Send me a flyer.
Oprah.
Put this on it. That's how we go do. But we talking about the Jesus and Trump situation, sis. What did you think about it? And then DJ Green, I'm gonna get to yours, and then we gonna get on Funky the Diva's funky ass. I've
Nah,
been
don't say it
waiting
like that.
all
I
I wouldn't
can't
week.
like that.
stand that funky bitch. So
I gotta
um,
Google Funky the Neighbor.
he he his explanation for when I first saw it, I was like, what the hell? And then he said that it was connected to the Red Cross and he's a healer. I mean, I think he kind of, because I think he kind of, neurodivergent like me. I think he kind of a little slow a little bit sometimes, and so I think he kind of didn't think before he threw that out there. I do think that he was trying to represent a healer. I don't know if he wanted to be Jesus, but it sure looked like that was Jesus up there. So I don't know. I'm a little conflicted about this one. I ride with him
Yeah,
and I roll with him, but this one was a little bit like, who the hell put that up there? You
yeah.
know, so I don't know. I need to hear. I need to look at it again. I need to look at it and evaluate what's going on around it. Maybe
I
I can get
got
a
you.
better synopsis.
Hold on, I got you. I'm gonna share it again. Before I
Yeah,
do
the
it,
first time I saw it, it didn't even click. Jesus didn't even
DJ
click
Green,
to
did
me.
you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. He was tripping. He knew they would jump all over it. I feel like he was trolling though, for real,
Yeah.
because he took it down already too.
You
So
know,
I don't know what that was about.
before I put this
But no,
up,
I don't.
man, you know what? I'm telling y'all something. As somebody who's some of their favorite people is some of my favorite people are Geminis, male Geminis to be exact. My pops is one, my man is one, my favorite rapper is one, my president is one. You know what I mean? I'm a Libra. Geminis are besties for us. Um, so they like to poke the bear, man. They do this shit. Like they do this. Like you got to think about it. How did people really feel when Kanye West said, "I'm God. I'm a God"? He didn't say, "I'm the God." He said,
A
"I'm a
God.
God." I just
Mhm.
told you. They didn't understand the concept of what he was saying. But he's absolutely right. We all have God-like energy, power, but we don't exalt that shit. We don't really put it out there to the planet in order for us to really consider ourselves to be truly living gods. If we were made in his image,
Go ahead.
call me by my name. He made a
I
good
was
Go
just
point.
ahead.
about
Would
to
you
say
rather
it.
call me, would you rather I say I'm a nigga?
That's
Would you
right.
rather I say I'm a
Yeah.
Of
gangster?
course, of
Most
course,
people would prefer it.
Yeah.
of
Most
A
course.
people
real
would
a real
prefer it.
nigga.
But when you have that
Yeah.
complex of knowing that you are powerful in every way, one thing I love about people like Kanye, one thing I love about people like Pac. Pac was a Gemini. Trump is a Gemini. They know how to use that law of attraction so well. It's like people don't peep that play. He knows how to not only breathe achievements, life, success into himself, but to other people. There's never a time that Trump don't introduce somebody and he don't give them praises in some way, even if it's somebody he don't like.
That's right.
So I think that what people are taking from this, we got to stop looking at shit on a surface level, y'all. We got to. Because let's be honest, y'all don't even know that y'all possibly are calling the Messiah by the wrong name, and y'all continue to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We was told to look at Jesus in a certain way our entire lives, and we've been wrong. So maybe the way that you see Jesus might not align with the way that India may see Jesus, the way that Van might see Jesus. At the end of the day, everybody dressed like that back then. So you really don't know if he's depicting Jesus. You want him to depict Jesus because you want him to be the Antichrist.
And that goes back to the point that I made earlier. Like, who said that is an image of Jesus? Paul. He could have been Paul. He could have been Judas. He could have been anybody. Like, everybody dressed like that. Exactly. And the picture of the white Jesus that they have in church is not the depiction of what Jesus is described like in the Bible. So all the outrage, in my opinion, is still it's fake outrage. All of it's fake outrage.
All of
Absolutely.
I agree. I did not think Jesus when I first saw it. I scrolled by it first time I saw it because, like I keep saying, I just saw a bunch of white people. Like, it just didn't have anything to do with me. So I just scrolled right by it.
Oh, shit. Hey, Smart in the building. What's going on? Ace, oh, you ain't here, man. Don't come on here. Look, I want to invite you up, bro.
So I did not think Jesus when I saw this, but also, like, if he's saying he's being depicted as a doctor, y'all, like, that just doesn't make any sense either, because he could be a doctor in real life. You know, like,
he's a spiritual healer.
Just be a doctor. Why they depict him as a real estate?
But this comes with the whole. But at the same time, at the trolling aspect, this comes with the whole king shit.
Yeah, if I were on his team, I would have told him to say, this picture represents me healing the patriotic minds of our country. Those who were once afraid to be patriots or were no longer proud of our country, did not love our country. This is our president restoring the faith in the American flag and American patriotism.
Wait a minute. India, you was on the right track. We talking about Trump. He should have said I was hailing an American citizen from TDS. That'd have been it.
That would have been funny.
That would have been funny. But if he wanted to take the presidential route, then he could have said what I said.
What is considered presidential with Trump? He take his own route. This
is my thing. Also, while I'm looking at this, I'm gonna need for whoever worked for Trump to know that it's black people that voted for Trump too.
But we don't got no white Jesus though.
Nah, we don't. And we probably would have been like, that ain't my God. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I thought the response would be.
Stop,
I gotta admit,
painting this Wonder Bread white image of America. Like, America is not this. This is none of these. Look, first of all, the let me put this back up, because the nurse chick is Indian now. The nurse is Indian now. That doesn't look like them. I don't want to talk about this shit no more. Let's get into the facts. I'm ready to talk about funky and
some representation for JD Van's wife.
I've been waiting listen, y'all. I've been waiting all week to talk about this video. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why soon after I play it, because the malarkey gotta stop. The malarkey gotta stop, damn it. It has to stop. Y'all gotta quit making these people the spokespeople of black people. Like it has to stop. It has to. And I'm not afraid to say why it needs to stop. Because you got your damn nerve, sir, ma'am. You really got your nerve.
I don't trust nobody, no man that think he a woman
or want to be. High stakes game at this point. You are either a friend or an enemy. There is no more, everyone's allowed to have their own political view. No, the fuck you ain't. No, you not. You are not allowed to have your own political views. No, you not, baby. Either you got the ones we got, or you got to get the hell on. That's where we at with it. That is how life or death this situation is. See, we don't got too comfortable with this. To each its own. Everybody could know the hell you can't, bitch. No, you can't. Not when people around here dying. not when cost of living through the roof, not when we at war, not when they hunting people down like animals, not when families being torn apart, not with racist policies being put in place, not with voter suppression going on, not with alligator Alcatraz going on, not with the global terror that this man has caused. No, ma'am. Not with our young boys going over there to war and returning back in caskets. No, ma'am. There is not no to each his own, bitch. No, there is not no you got the right to vote for who you want to vote for. No, ma'am, you don't. No, you don't. You got the right to get the fuck on. That's what you got the right to do. Either you with us, and y'all love throwing out black people ain't a monolith. To hell you say. Today we is, bitch. We is very monolithic today. Either y'all.
The comment. Everything he said 10 times louder. He said everything we are all thinking, period. No in between, period. So y'all let a sassy black man come up here and tell y'all what to do with yourselves and how to think.
Sassy ass gay black man. That's the problem. Yeah. And that encompasses what the majority of the Democrat Party is.
Sex. I'm not even trying to put out what your sexuality is, because that's beside the point. But here's the thing for me. When did it become to the point to where if you don't vote like me, you can't be around me?
No, that's the point. It's not beside the point. It's the point. I just said that. I'm surprised I didn't get kicked off the internet for it yet, because I said I don't understand how am I supposed to be told how I'm supposed to live my life by somebody who enjoys bending over and taking it, because that's a whole that feels like a violation. And that used to be a thing. Like that used to be white guys still say that, like, you're not just gonna me and about this. Like it was a whole thing, but they like, so you want me to be led by somebody who enjoys being violated in that way? That's not, I'm not casting judgment. All I'm saying is that's not my cup of tea. And if that's not my, that is a life, that is a experience that I don't understand. I can't wrap my mind around. So if you're into that, if you are into that kind of existence where you are into being treated and violated in that kind of way, I cannot allow you to be the one to inform my decision making. And I was married to a woman, so it's not coming from a phobic place. I'm just saying. So it does make a difference to me. I can't keep on being led by people who enjoy being violent.
Oh, so you was a lint licker, huh?
Is that Clayton Bigsby?
Oh, she was a what?
I love my lesbian people.
Y'all fall short. Y'all fall short. I done fell a few.
Is that him right there?
Is that him?
This is who's telling you all to be a monolith when it comes to politics.
Come on, like
this is who. First of all, I'm telling y'all, I did, before I go around the panel, I did extensive research on this man, because I like to know who the background is of people who like to talk this heavy about the black community, because we got a lot of tethers that we dealing with nowadays. So the messengers is definitely questionable. That man is Haitian. I don't give a damn what he talking about. This is a Haitian man. Nothing wrong with that. But sir, you need to stick to talking about Cardi B, spilling tea, calling women bitches, because black women mainly follow you. Y'all love when these black men call you bitches, but the moment that somebody like Ace call you one, y'all in y'all damn feelings.
No, they like
y'all are okay.
They love.
They are okay. Gay black men calling them bitches for some reason. I don't know what that is. I don't like it. Don't call me a bitch. Don't call me none of that. But here's the thing, Black America, do not keep letting these fake ass celebrities tell you how to go about politics, because you're gonna fuck yourself every time. I'm trying.
You're into that.
I'm trying to stop cussing, but like I gotta tell y'all this for real. Do not let these celebrities tell you about politics, because they are going to screw you every time.
In the A.
You don't know if
and that's the whole point.
You don't know if these people are voting Republican or Democrat at all. These are paid. These are paid actors.
Right.
And Joe, you being a part of politics, I want to come to you first because I'm curious to know what do you think about this because you
I
are
think
in
that
politics heavy.
I think that motherfucker right. I mean, if we voting for the opposing party of him, then absolutely we not a friend. Nobody want to live around his ass. I mean, like being from South Central Los Angeles and seeing what these politicians that are predominantly Democrat do to South LA and every other black community across the United States. No, nobody want to live there. You're not a fucking. We're not your friends. We don't want to do anything for you. We've tried our best to help you, and now it's time for us to just move the fuck on, move to Beverly, like they said in Beverly Hillbillies. So he's absolutely correct. Nobody want to live around that shit. I don't even want my kids to be around that shit. They had drag queen story hour in libraries and in schools in California all together because of people like him, men not standing up. But motherfuckers like him who call women bitches, the females who follow him are the same females who can't find a man, are the same females who try to say what a real man is. So yes, we're not a friend. We're absolutely not.
To interject on that real fast before I move on to Steve-O, these are the same women that's talking about they finding out their baby daddies and their husbands and their boyfriends is down low. Y'all don't even understand that because you guys are so far away from your feminine energy and your femininity, you have no idea that you are attracting gay men. They could smell the masculinity on you, the perspiration of manliness underneath the heavy pounds of party makeup and wigs. Y'all don't even get the fact that y'all looking more like this nigga than y'all looking more like a female. Y'all out here looking like Funky Deneva, which is one of the reasons why y'all like to listen to Funky Deneva. One of the reasons why y'all like to listen to T.S. Madison and y'all like Laverne, what's her name? Laverne Cox and Magic Johnson's son. Now, I don't have a problem with people's sexuality, but I do have a problem with you acting as if you know what the hell is going on with the community when it comes to politics. When you spend more time putting that wig and that makeup and them lashes on, than you probably do spend looking up politicians that you're voting for.
It doesn't make if we all took his route, humanity would go extinct. And I watch him sometimes just to see what he's talking about. And last week, I think he was on there talking about how he's never been attractive to men. Men don't like him, and he just got his first boyfriend because men are just sleep with him, but they won't ever commit to him, and he feels insecure in his relationship because he still can't believe that his boyfriend really just still want to be with him. And I'm like, why are women following him? Like, what do women get out of
I just told
being led by him?
I just told you. What you think, Steve-O?
I'll never get on camera and say that. I'm a woman. I'll never go on camera and say that.
I'm curious to know what your thoughts is.
One is several thoughts. Stepping into this like political influencer commentator space, you start to realize like I don't tell people that they're being paid, but you start to realize people are doing it for a motive. When you pick sides, you want to, in order to be valuable in this political space, you have to pick a side and be used. So people are giving an opinion, hoping to be used, and that could lead to pay, that could lead to access. Like a perfect example is I saw a group of it was a group of black folks, and they were invited to the black congressional caucus, but it was all women, and every guy there was gay, and it's like they're all on the left, but it's just like in their content they have to be on that side in order to get invited to do certain things. So for Funky D, whatever the person's name is, they can have their opinion. I don't care what their opinion is, but I'm not saying they're being paid, but they have to take that stance so hard so now they can have access in whatever access they want. You can't just give your general opinion because we're all human. We all got opinions that aren't just firmly on this side, firmly on that side, but you can't say it because that'll take away from your access, potential pay, potential, whatever benefits that could come with that. So when I hear people who are that hard, like, I'm not trying to hear nothing, don't be my friend, I'm just like, bro, you can't even be yourself. Like, you're trying so hard to be used because you find value in this stance. And I just find that to be disingenuous. I hate calling people disingenuous, but when it's that, like, you're that hard about it, I'm just like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. So I'm with Joe. I'm just like, I'm not even trying to hear you no more. Like, it's because one thing about me, I always want to be taken serious. So I can't take a stance like that because I think people can see right through it. And I think all of us on this panel just see right through that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What you think, G?
I think if we're going to stay separate and have a community, I don't want any homos leading anything. The Black Lives Matters, homos ran away with the money. Democrats are full of homos. I just don't. We already don't have families, right? Our family is already eviscerated, and now everybody want to be with the same sex. It's just ridiculous to me. But the first thing come out their mouth though is they're Christian. The first thing come out their mouth is they believe in God, but do everything against what God say. So I don't want any of them leading anything. I want to see a grown. I'm so sick of seeing black homo males. I don't know what to do. I want to see a grown ass strong man speaking about our communities and how to heal us. I'm sick of it. I see you up
Hey,
there,
G,
fool.
G, hold on, wait. Didn't all the black homos run off with white partners? All had white partners when they was
Correct.
hollering white supremacy and
Correct.
Oh,
racism.
Correct. That's what
Because they're
Yes,
looking at
Don
that. They
Lemon.
are
they
Don
are
Lemon is a
looking
perfect
confused.
at that.
example.
They
They are
are confused and they don't need to
Yes,
lead
okay,
nothing.
before
They cannot even lead their own homes.
and
Mm.
so true, sis. Oh my God, I just got epiphany. Before I go to Van, is it me or do we rarely see in politics or even at all a strong black gay couple, or two black men?
what do you mean by
When
strong?
is the last time
right.
that you
I
actually
mean, some of that
seen?
was
I
kind
don't
of an
want to see it.
But no, hear me.
Well, I genuinely don't know what
I'm
you mean.
allowed to say it. I'm
Hear
part of the
me
community.
out. Hear me out. When is the last time, even when you look on commercials? Because I know y'all be seeing all of these drug commercials. They got the commercial with the drugs
Where
that you
they
could take to
advertising
keep you from
HIV.
getting HIV.
Right.
They got the herpes commercial. When you look at movies and you look at TVs, you know there's gonna be a gay couple in any movie or any TV show that you watch nowadays, and you notice the truth. When have you seen any black male couples, masculine black male couples? Aren't they usually interracial?
It's called buck breaking.
Yeah.
They just
I
change it
didn't
from
want to say that,
slavery.
but you're
Well,
right.
that's what it is. They breaking all our men down. That's all they doing, and they're getting white folks to go right up in there and infiltrate.
Literally, because
Literally,
they're
yeah,
into
we on the
that.
same page. Yep.
What you think, Van?
I'm sorry. My wife called me right before it was my turn. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, you okay?
Um, I'm in agreement with most of what I heard you guys saying. I'm just gonna say this. Usually he's speaking for a community that already amen. Yes, you go girl. He's speaking for them. So him speaking as harshly as he's speaking, he know that anybody who disagrees with him, he don't give a damn about.
Yeah.
So when it comes to his opinion, I really don't care. As far as two strong, that's an oxymoron. Two strong black gay men. Well, they can be strong. I know some
They could
strong
be
ass gay
Omar.
men, strong
Omar
as
from
hell.
the
I mean,
Wire.
benching at least double more than I'm benching. I'm a skinny nigga, but they strong as hell. And plus, any nigga that can take a dick in the ass. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm a habitual line stepper. My bad. Let me back on up.
Oh my God.
We gonna edit that part out.
No, we're not.
He
We
like
keeping that. We gonna keep it. But I'm saying like strong, like
But
Omar from the Wire.
well, let me just say this. It's a it's something that you'll rarely see, but it's just like seeing a strong black man that's married to a black woman that's a conservative. So it's like you're not going to see that, and that bothers me. Like just the same way, we're not going to see two strong black gay men, and we're not going to see a strong black man married to a strong black woman that's a conservative, and that's very rare
Hold
that you see
on.
that.
Whoa. We got one. Scott Turner. His
Scott
wife's
Turner,
black.
oh, he knew.
That's the one who was over HUD.
Oh, okay, all right, my
No,
bad then.
I mean,
Again,
he don't. He seems kind of soft spoken to me,
I
honestly.
love
Nah,
Scott
he
Turner.
not.
I
He
love
not.
Scott Turner. I
Oh,
want
my
to
really?
bad.
hear
Let me
from
look him up right quick.
DJ Green, and then I'm gonna go to Unplug.
my response is gonna be completely different, but that dude looked way too old to be talking like a 17-year-old hood rat. I don't know if y'all listened to. He was talking like a girl in high school that's from the hood. It was just weird. Outside of the fact that he he looked crazy like Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. I don't like it, and I don't hang with people like that. You know what I mean?
He looked like Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, a short,
Mark the model and his wife are. Mark, where you at? You supposed to be up here, man. Mark the model in the comments. It's all good. We thank you for coming through. He said him and his wife they strong conservatives.
Let DJ not go next, and I'll go last.
Okay, cool. Colin Powell don't count.
What? He ain't gay.
But you're right though. Condoleezza Rice.
She was a white man, ain't she?
Is she?
Oh, she was a black man.
No, she was a black man.
I thought she was lesbian.
I thought she was a lesbian too.
I sent you the link on TikTok. This should look on your TikTok message that I sent you. I sent you the link and everything. And you can just join that way.
Here's the thing about Funky Dineva, because I did used to follow him. I watched him back before my brain finished developing, because he's a couple years older than me. I'm 38, so he has to be like 41 now. But he tried to get away from that character, but they stopped paying attention when he just presented himself as Quentin Latham and was trying to lean on the I pledged A5A, I studied business, I went to FAMU, all of that. And he tried to lean in on that and be a man and present himself as a serious journalist. He lost popularity very quickly. So then I stopped paying attention to him for years. And next thing you know, he's popping back up on my YouTube, back doing these antics, but his following is back up. So that it just makes sense, like what Steve-O said. They do what pays. They do what is going to attract the audience. And him being a man was not attracting an audience. Him being reasonable was not attracting an audience. So he had to get back to being very flamboyant and doing this whole, like was said earlier, like this whole hood rat ghetto 16, 17-year-old girl thing that he's doing.
Is he really gay?
Yes.
What? Is a
pig
pussy
pork? Hell yeah, he is.
She's saying he used to talk like a regular man. You know,
is a pig coochie pork? Yes.
Yeah, but like I said,
never
he was
seen
just
the
last week or so talking about how men have never been attracted to him, and he's just always been used as a sexual object.
I mean,
that's his fault. That's his fault, because women are so damn beautiful and they got a vagina, man. Ain't nothing.
Why would you look like
and
this?
Why you look for a man?
This is how I know that he's not. He's from somewhere else. Because why would you put this on? You put this on. You put this outfit on.
Look like a congresswoman.
He look like your girl out there that you running against, Joe.
Right,
like Maxine Waters.
Looking like Maxine Waters. That's what I said.
Terrible.
What you think, Knock?
Woo. I would try to keep it clean.
No, don't.
Because what was it? It was January 10th, 1963.
Uh-oh.
They said that they wanted to break down cultural standards of morality by promoting pornography and obscenity in books, magazines, motion pictures, radio, and television. And the next thing on the agenda to discuss was promote homosexuality, degeneracy, promiscuity as normal, natural, and healthy. Now, we got to look at how people are today versus how they were when I was young. Now, I'm in my 50s. So when I was young, if I had tried to play with another boy, I would have been homeless early in life.
Now, when was this?
What was that again?
He said 1963, right?
Yes, January 10th of 1963. It's under congressional record. That was in the agenda. So when you sit back and you look at stuff like that, this is why I keep books like this, and I make my sons actually read stuff like this. This is Man of Steel. It's a guide to masculine development. And it's funny that you would bring that up, and this book is sitting right here, because I want my boys to understand I don't play that. If I see you sit wrong, I'm on your ass. If I see you hold your glass wrong, your teacup wrong, I'm on your ass. And I think that's why we need men to just remain masculine. I think they've gotten a lot of people in fear mode. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
people are afraid to just say what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've always been around gay people, especially as a DJ of 30 years. It's like I've always been around them. I've DJed in gay clubs, but none of the people that I know who are gay appreciates these kind of people. None of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The people that I know, they will whoop his ass. You see what I'm saying? They will whoop him. He the one you'll find in the alley somewhere. You know what I mean? He's just being loud because he's on the microphone. He's being loud, and then his whole audience are all women. Women like those women, they enjoy seeing soft men. They enjoy seeing men that are soft. They don't want to deal with masculine men because now we're toxic. It's something about the younger generation that don't appreciate true masculinity or true femininity, for that example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just think people just need to be honest and get rid of that fear, because I don't give a flying fuck who you are. If you come at me with that, we're going to have a problem. If I see you come out of the bathroom when my little 2 or 3-year-old daughter is coming out of the bathroom and I see a big man come up out of there, you going night-night. You going to sleep. I don't care about these laws. I make my own laws.
Well, y'all know in
You see what I'm
Florida,
saying?
not too
Like
long ago.
I'm gonna be okay with following, some of these laws, but when it comes down to me and my masculinity, I know my job, and my job is to provide and protect my children and my boys. They know I want grandchildren. Don't come up in here thinking you're gonna cross that threshold with a dude named Steven. It's not happening.
What if it's
Same thing with my girl.
Antoine?
I will whoop him and Antoine's ass. I'm gonna kick
I
you
see
down
my
the
guy.
steps. I'm gonna put my foot in your chest, and that's what it is. So I know that today's society will have a problem with hearing what I have to say, and that's why I try to remain silent and just keep quiet. Just don't bring that shit my way. You see what I mean? I'll accept you. You can come in my studio. We can record music. I don't care how goddamn flaming you are. But the moment that you come off disrespectful, I gotta put you in your place.
It's just gone too far, is my frustration. Like, it was just a punk fest in Florida a couple weeks ago. Like, and I'm like, punk, didn't nobody want to be no punk last time I checked, but now all of a sudden now they're claiming it, like now being a punk is the thing, like now it's the wave. And now
It's so
now it's
popular.
cool to be a punk. And I'm like, since when? Like, even if you are into that, like, can you have some strength and dignity with it? But they're breaking our men down to the lowest common denominator, to the simplest form, so they'll be of no good use to the community, to the world. They'll be of no good use, because what can a punk do for anybody?
It's got our
same as the women.
It's made its way to our Congress. You know what I mean? Like I literally just saw one of our congressmen. He had made a comment about what's his name? Saul something. I forget his name.
Swalwell.
Swalwell. I heard about him.
Yeah, Eric Swalwell. Yeah, he got some problems. But this guy, he made a comment about him not wanting to see a young man running over his daughter, out there on the field. He said, but as a Democrat, he has to be afraid to say that. You know what I mean? And that's sad. And he's a Democrat. So he's afraid to even speak against this. See, the progressive left has torn the Democratic Party up. I mean, torn them up to shreds.
We was
you know what I mean?
talking about that. It's ill that you said that. And then I got to introduce Mark D'Amato. He just came in. We just said that regarding the fact that at one point I never heard the term liberal or progressive up until recently. Either you were a Democrat or you're a Republican. The first time I heard the term liberal was from my liberal auntie who lived in LA, she lived in Inglewood for most of my life. And I'm about to be 44 in a couple of months. So she was out there for the longest. I truly do believe that there is a difference when it comes between really the three. Because even you could be liberal minded, but you may not agree with what progressive mindset is. And I remember seeing a video where Jasmine Crockett was talking about how they lie. They lied to the elders that they are Democrats when they're really progressives. And I didn't really understand that because I'm like, okay, well, are they the same? And apparently they not. They're not the same. But let me introduce Mark the model. What's going on, brother? Thanks for joining us.
How's everybody feeling this afternoon?
We good.
Good,
We all right.
good.
We
We all
got
right.
we
We
got
talking
too
about
much. We
Funky
got too much
Geneva.
Baltimore, DC in this shit. God damn.
Oh man,
hey, that's
I'm in
a,
Texas with it right now though, bro. So I'm
Damn.
technically a Texan. Yeah, thank y'all for having me. I certainly appreciate everybody's time and space and opportunity. This is my first time on a panel on YouTube, so I guess y'all about to pop my cherry, I guess, if I'm
oh
allowed to say
shit.
that.
Pause.
Ooh,
I don't know
Pause.
about that term,
Probably
but
not.
Definitely a big pause on that one.
ow. Ow.
She said, "Am."
So no, since you just came in, brother, everybody gave their opinion on this Funky Geneva comment where he pretty much said either you vote like me or you stay the hell away from me.
And I'll
Basically.
just stay the hell away from you because I don't rock with none of that. First of all, I can't tolerate any grown man that makes any kind of feminine actions or noises when they talk, or he was bitch and I can't deal with none of that. That I can't even take you seriously. And then you're telling me that I don't have a choice. That's not what the Constitution says. The Constitution says I have the right to choose who I want to when I go in there to vote. So if I want to vote for Trump, I'll vote for Trump. If I want to vote for Harris, Gavin Newsom, or any other one of these bozos, I feel like that's my choice. See, that's the problem in our community that people want to tell us that we're a monolith. I disagree with that. I think that we should be individual thinkers. I don't get to tell you what's right for your home. So why the fuck do you get to tell me what's right for mine?
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Respect. Yeah, I feel that. I feel
But
that
I think
110%. Go
I
ahead.
held my tongue and I waited to go last
Oh
because
shit.
I did do a response video on that Tyrone Bigham looking motherfucker with that picture that you showed with that lipstick on. First and foremost, and if I saw him, I would ask him this question: spell monolith, and you can't use Google. That's first. Second, looking at that and the response that it would get, where are the Democratic women that will call him out, like Steven said? Like, call him out on that because everything you said was wrong. Every single thing he said was wrong. All those articles he pulled up, that was happening way before Trump. So what the fuck are you talking about? You want to sound political and you don't. And one of the last things I say about that shit is that right there proves the political ignorance of so many people in this country. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is, when you walk in that booth, it is your choice to vote for whoever the fuck you want to vote for. The problem that we have is too many people voting just based on political party. That is an issue. Because as long as we keep moving like that, we're going to stay in this situation.
Yeah.
And what makes it worse is that he has people who will follow that shit. That's where the shit gets dangerous. That's the blessing and the curse of this fucking internet shit, is that everybody has a voice. You should have a voice. But I learned this, and I've been saying this for years. Would you follow you? If that answer is no in certain subjects, shut the fuck up. Everybody on this panel, if y'all was moving a certain way, I would fuck with y'all. I would follow y'all. Like, you know what? They on the right path. People out here, they wouldn't follow themselves because they know they full of shit and they pieces of shit. And that right there is the problem, because when we talking about voting runs very, very deep. Fuck this national shit. You always hear me talk about local, and Steven the same fucking way. People sit there and vote on their feelings, especially locally, and they wondering why all these fucking data centers done intruded our neighborhoods. Why the water bills don't shot up and all that. That ain't got shit to do with Trump. I think Pretty just posted a video about this. Some little young chickenhead girl talking about data centers coming and she blaming Trump. That's not Trump. That's because your monkey ass ain't ever been to a city council meeting before. You didn't know it was coming because they told you. That's where we have to get to. And the more we have conversations like this, where we have civil discourse and don't just cut somebody off. All of us didn't agree on everything as we've been talking, but guess what? We don't cut each other off. That's dumb as hell. His monkey ass said that shit. Well, then you ain't got to deal with me. But you probably the same person that borrowed $100 from one of your Republican cousins or slept on their couch, but you cutting them off. Get the fuck out of here. This shit is annoying because people listen to this shit and they run with it.
Now I will say this about data centers though. I do remember at the very, very beginning of his presidency, Trump announced that AI partnership and those like billions or whatever of dollars that is coming in.
It's been in the
data
works since
centers. Like, that is
2007.
something. But either way, and these city county people don't care what anybody has to say when it comes to these data centers. That's a whole other thing.
The data center situation started, like, they've been building data centers since 2007. And then like the first time I actually really ever heard of a data center that's being built that is in connection with a social media like Meta was when they took that shit to Texas. And I remember that people in Texas was making videos talking about like, don't bring that liberal shit here. Like they was pissed. Go ahead, Mark.
I actually used to work at the data center that Microsoft is building currently in a place called Red Oak, Texas. It's maybe about 15 or so minutes south of Dallas.
Wow.
Yo, pretty let Steven have the let him have the kind of the last word real quick on this because he got to bounce at 6.
Yeah. Go ahead, Steve.
No, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm sorry I got to run, but yeah, I mean, I think we've all pretty much stated it about this specific situation is that I think America's in a better place and our community's in a better place when we're open to hearing each other out. You ain't got to agree, but if you hear each other out, then I don't see what the problem is with that. And I don't know how to say the person's name, Funky Denis, whatever. That was just ridiculous.
Tyrone Biggum. Just call him Tyrone Biggum.
Yeah. It was elementary, and I don't know how you get anywhere with that. And if you give people a predicament, if you give them an ultimatum to say either rock with me and the way I rock in the voting booth or don't, like all of us up here pretty much said that we just won't rock with you. And I don't know anyone who wants to build coalition like that. So I'll just end there, but I really appreciate y'all having me.
All right.
Hey man, you keep up the good work with those videos, man. I love your videos, bro.
Yeah, you do bring some
yeah.
Definitely.
Pleasure to meet you, brother.
So much for coming by, y'all.
I'm gonna check your stuff out.
I appreciate you.
He's
Have a
pretty
good one.
level-headed in how he presents the arguments and things.
Me too.
Can I just say one more thing? I'm sorry. When it comes to Duneva, when he's saying this, it's not even like he's speaking for himself, but he's telling his followers
That's what bothered me.
How to address the rest of us. He's putting a battery in their back to try to treat their cousins, their aunties, their sisters, their mothers, their daughters, their sons any kind of way. That's the problem. He's teaching them to hate other people based on their political affiliation. And that's ridiculous, especially when you got a home in Atlanta, a home in Miami on the water. You got all of these vehicles, you have brand deals, you have your own product lines, you have all of this. You're doing just fine as a gay Black man in America under this administration, but you're so up in arms. That's how we know it's a performance, because his life is actually just fine. He's thriving, and all the way he finally got him a man. Like, he's thriving in all the ways that he wants to, but he's telling his followers to engage in a hostile manner with the rest of us. Is weird.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I was just thinking to myself today, I don't know a single broke gay person. I don't know a single.
That's why they got power.
That's
why they got power.
Go ahead, Mark.
I just saw a video. I can't remember the dude who was saying it, who did the commentary, but based on what you just said, there was some guy that did some pay to play on that side of things because he said he needed to take care of his children. And the dude was like, there's plenty of jobs out here you could have went and got rather than bending over. So you like that. That's what I like. This to me,
if you do it for pay, you gonna do it anyway.
This shit for
like
me,
that.
and I know Pretty and Knock has heard me say this since we all met. We are living in a fucking twilight zone.
Yeah.
And this shit to me, it's so weird. I feel good that I'm one that I don't embrace. Like, I'm not an empath like that. That shit don't get in me.
You ain't gotta brag.
But it bothers me. That
You
shit.
ain't gotta brag. You ain't gotta brag. I ain't no impact like that. Well, nigga, I am.
Look, he get his
It
hair
don't
done and
just
shit,
bounce
and then
off of
he
me.
turn up, don't he?
Yo, I would like
He
you
do
guys to
this. He
humor
say
me.
this every time. I ain't no impact. It's just I could just walk into a room and it bounce off me like jelly.
I would like you guys to hear me for a second though, because we
Yes.
see a lot of black outrage in the history of the United States. One of the last 70 years, there's only been about 28 black CEOs that lead Fortune 500 companies. So, do you think that if a lot more Fortune 500 companies are ran by black people, that we will still have the same outrage over the things that black people get pissed off about right now? Whether it's
Yes.
representation in politics, whether it's representation or leading in the tech industry, the medical field, or the construction, or even the oil industry or the banking industry. Do you think that we would still have the same opinions that we have now if you had more black CEOs or more black owners of Fortune 500 companies?
I wanted to let me chop it up on that one. No, I don't think that we would have the same outrage. I don't think that we would have the same trashy media. I don't think that we would focus on certain things. We wouldn't be sitting online talking about Pooh Shiesty, Robin Gucci. We wouldn't have we wouldn't have shows like Baddies. I think that we would have a different outlook, but because people like to use other people's mess to get comfortable and sleep on top of it. They like to sleep on top of other people's trash because it makes them, it kind of takes away the smell of their own shit, if
But
that makes
Zeus,
sense.
Zeus has a
I
black
They
CEO.
it's no different than our single mothers. And I know my mom used to watch soap operas and barely blink. She barely blinked watching soap operas, even though that, you know what I'm saying, I'm in the back, I'm just trying to get her attention, but she got her attention on some white people slapping the shit out of each other because of General Hospital. You know what I mean? So I think that we're addicted to drama because it takes us away from our own drama. And that's
I
always been the thing. That's the thing really with anybody. That's why people watch my 600-pound life. Why they eating? I've done that several times. I watch
I
that
don't.
shit with a whole slice of pizza, dipping my shit. Like, damn, that's fat as fuck. Knowing it's fat. But people are obsessed with it. But I think that like now we have to get in that mindset where we need to be thinking more on a larger scale, because while we're so focused on stuff like this, man, other people are coming from these countries using the rights that our people fought for, and they're passing us up.
Can
That's
I
what
say?
these conversations are about. I know that a lot of people don't probably want to tune in because people are so comfortable with living a lie that they don't want to hear the truth. The people who are the most popular are the ones that's the most full of shit. And that's not me hating. That's not taken away from Coach Van, because I watch his content. I know he ain't full of
I'm
shit.
full of
That's just
shit.
hard work. You know what I mean? That's just hard work. But people like Funky the Diva, who have 345K worth of followers, they have a larger reach, and they have the capabilities of putting out more stuff that's going to distract people from being able to have the mindset of having a Fortune 500 company.
Can I say?
Read.
Go,
I want to speak on what he said. It
go
doesn't
ahead.
matter. I don't I It would not matter if it didn't matter when the president was black. It don't matter if everybody in the Fortune 500 companies was black, because the low vibrational mindset cultivates the outrage and the disgust and the jealousy and the comparison. It's always going to be a poor class. There's
Yeah.
always, and they're always going to be suing and shit, looking for a reason or opportunity to blame somebody else. So it
Yeah.
does not even matter. And we need to learn how to be intolerable. We
Mhm.
tolerate too much shit. Some things are not meant to be tolerated. They're meant to be resisted, but they put that shit and they present it to us, and then they see how much of the shit we gonna accept. And
Yeah.
we never say enough is a fucking enough. That's the problem.
Indeed.
Like my man at the bottom was saying, he not having that shit. We have allowed our sons to become sissies. We allowed that shit because somebody said you can't talk to them like that. You can't tell them they can't be that. You can't tell them they can't wear pink. You can't tell them they can't get their fingernails polished. Yes, the fuck you can.
Exactly.
Yo, my son's
Side
going
note
that
before
way.
whoever goes next. I don't know about y'all. I don't listen to anybody. I don't take too many people. I don't take dudes seriously when they have commentary and they got on nail polish. I'm good. I just brush them off. I don't care who it is. I'm straight. Literally, I'm
Oh
straight.
my gosh. Oh my
Can I
goodness.
speak on this one?
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
as far as
Absolutely.
answering my brother's question, I have to agree with the young lady who just spoke before me. I think that no matter how many CEOs that we have, it's not going to matter. I think that the toothpaste is out of the tube when it comes to black folks. We've allowed them people, and I mean whoever you want to call them, we allow those people to infiltrate us and absolutely destroy our mindset. And this has been going on for generation after generation after generation. So while there may be a few individuals who can come out and make something happen, it'll never be enough to turn the tide. It'll never be enough to reach every single black person in America to change their hearts and to refocus their minds and to reshape them into doing something that's positive. Right now in our community, all we embrace is negativity. I mean, there are
Yep.
pockets of us where we celebrate positivity and people doing the right things, but moreover, everywhere you see is we're celebrating negativity. Everything that's wrong when you cut on the news and the media is negative, and you say, well, why do they keep putting that stuff on? Because we keep tuning into it. We're causing our own problems. If you want to look at what's the reason for the black community's demise, just look in the mirror. It's us. We are our own worst enemy. So many times we're trying to blame the white man, we're trying to blame this person, but it wasn't the white man back in 1964 that decided to offer meager benefits to kick the black man out of the household. We got to take accountability for what we do. It's us when we go into these voting booths listening to the bullshit that the Democrats sell us, and then we go vote Democrat because we hate Trump and the Republicans are so racist. But then you look at every one of our major cities that are Democrat led, and they're all shitholes. I'm from Baltimore, and I mean, I don't know about where everybody else is from, but it don't get much worse than that. You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
fact.
So, and I'm like, and I've been voting Democrat and been knowing nothing but Democrat my entire life. And I just was home, earlier in the year, maybe about January, for my grandmother's funeral, and I tried to have a conversation with one of my dearest friends, and he was trying to, sell me on the new mayor and that Baltimore was going to be one of the top 10 destinations to live in the next 10 years. And I'm just listening to this dude, and I'm just like, you really believe this delusion? And then he's trying to sell me on the fact that it was Trump who instituted ICE in order to kill Renee Good and all of these other folks just out of. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
He's
why
totally
don't we take
misinformed.
accountability? You want to put accountability on Trump and say this is all Trump's fault, but then you don't want to take accountability for when Renee Good is out there breaking the law. She could have easily dropped her child off and went and had Starbucks, went to the movies or did whatever, but she decided to break the law. She decided to use her vehicle as a weapon. And so now all of a sudden you're mad at the police officer who's doing their job. Why didn't we have any of this smoke when Barack Obama was running ICE? Why we didn't have any of this smoke when he was putting the kids in cages and he was having the kids sleep in burrito bags? But I'm like, I don't like where we going as a community, and I'm thinking like having more CEOs isn't going to do shit. That's just throwing money at a problem. They threw $20 billion at a problem in California for homelessness, and they can't tell you what 1 cent of that money went. Sometimes I
Right.
don't think it's money that's going to fix the problem. I think it's your household, how you're brought up, your family dynamic. Were you raised in a Christian household with God first, your father, your mother, and then the children afterwards? Because if you wasn't raised in that type of household, it's kind of hard for me to understand how it is that you have a realistic worldview that's going to be wholesome and be able to help everybody in the community around you, because destruction is only going to beget destruction. You can't lead me out of destruction and your life is chaotic and your life is messed up. How you going to help me? So we
Mm-hmm.
got to have people that's willing to be an example and willing to put themselves on the cross and get nailed and take the bullets, like I was willing to do when I went home to try to speak to my family, even though every single person is telling me I'm crazy. You love Trump, he's a racist, da 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 da. I'm like, man, can you just prove
Right.
one shred of evidence in what you're saying? I'm not saying that you don't have a right to have your opinion, but we in our community, we just say things out of emotion. We don't even back it up. And then when someone
Nope.
presents you with actual facts, it's like now it's crickets. Now the shit falls on deaf ears, man. That kind of stuff really grinds my gears in our community. I don't mean to speak ill of us, because at the end of the day, I want the best for us, right?
Yeah.
But don't we gotta be honest? And
Yeah.
and right now, money's not gonna help it. Having more authority ain't gonna help shit, because look at everybody who's in charge right now that's black. Fannie Willis, all these other people, all these some bitches is corrupt on one way or another. From Brandon Scott, Brandon Johnson, Brandon Jennings, any other one of these damn Brandons that you want to name. All I'm saying is you can't throw money at a situation to fix our community. We need something different, more
Well,
like God.
it ain't necessarily throwing money at our community. I mean, because like I agree with you, when does personal responsibility come into play on the issues that we have? knowing that we cause them by the actions that we pursue on a daily basis, how we vote, so on and so on. Where I'm getting at is that you look at the things that we complain about, everything that we complain about, whether it's capitalism, whether it's jobs, whether it's lack of education, we always relegate it, or we always come back to our issue is white supremacy or racism. You know what I'm saying? Well, we can't get no job because white people are trying to keep us out of those markets. So if you have more Fortune 500 CEOs or more black owners running these companies that's hired a lot of people, will we as black people still have the same issues? Will we still say that that's our problem? Or will we try to find a different reason to negate our own personal responsibility? That's where you made valid
You
points.
know the answer.
What about Django? Didn't they say that the black slavers were worse? I think
Right.
I think that it would be worse, actually, to be honest, because of how we are to our own. Have you ever tried to walk in a party or a barbecue full of black folks that you don't know? The minute you walk in, you can feel the tension. It's so thick you can cut it with a knife. Everybody's sizing you up from the shoes that you're wearing, the clothes that you got on. If you go to the cookout line too many times, if you're getting one too many sodas, or if you're a girl and you're coming in, her blouse is a little too low, she's bending a little too far into the ice cooler or whatever the case. We got judgment about everything. So if you were putting more black folks in charge, it's hard for me to think that things will be better. I would think that things will be worse based on the track record of what I've already seen.
Hold on, wait on unplug. Coach had his hand up first, and then I'm gonna come back to unplug. Go ahead, Coach Van.
Well, first off, God damn it, I wish y'all would have called me when I raised my hand. Getting older and smoking weed is not good for you kids. Say no to drugs.
I know the feeling.
He's not lying.
Just keep it in the buck. Oh, no, whoa. This is what I was about to say. As long as we continue to vote at such a high clip the same way, we're going to always have the same problems that we're having today. We need to learn how to, if we're really going to ride for our people, then we should start negotiating as a group of people, not to only one party specifically, but to both of them. Pull up to Trump and have some real conversations. You know how many people we can bring over here if you show more representation, if you give us this, and this, but we don't operate like that. And we're all for self, not for nothing, but my wife and I, we've been in this house for 3.5 years. It's 98% niggas. They rich as hell. We are probably the brokest in the neighborhood, and they all look like me, and they all got bald heads with a bike and a pickup truck, and they are living very well, but they still beat the same drum as the Democrats because that's what's taught, that's what's expected. All of the rooms that they're part of, all of their fraternities and sororities that they're part of at high levels, making money together, that's how they vote. Lock and step. So at the end of the day, not all of them is never all, but from my periphery, I don't think I think it will change our culture, but not dramatically. It will be like a slow change, but as long as we're voting the same, because we're the only people that do that. No other people vote 80% the same all the damn time. That just shows that we're in autopilot. We're not reading anything. We're not learning anything. We're not willing to put our lives on the line for something. So
That's right. Yep. We got to bring back honesty, like I said earlier. You know, especially
along
when
with authenticity.
Yeah, because when we're talking to our own, we just have to be honest. We got to be honest about what's going on, because a lot of them have no idea about policy. They have no idea that the Democrats have been doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that, and then until you show them, and once they see it, man, I did not know that. I'm like, exactly.
We also have to have righteous judgment, though. We got to start. I mean, it's judgment that need to be put down in some of these communities. We need to tell people they wrong. Like, well, we just letting too much people get away with too much shit in our own communities. You dead wrong.
Yep.
We living in a time, and the crazy part about it is based on what Mark said. Think about this. Think about the hate that you get from your people, and they know you, or they strangers. Just think about this. And in the same breath, these people, they hate on you, but they will vote somebody that will tear their community down.
Oh yeah.
They don't even register with them, because it always has to be representation. What I want to get back to is I don't know who the fuck you voted for and diplomacy. Because and I want to get back to politics being boring again.
Yeah.
Politics because it's social media and fundraising and all they got to be in your face and all that shit. That's why we're in the situation that we're in now. I want them to be in those rooms having them boring ass conversations so that we can get shit done. And an example I always bring up, and I know Joe probably going to say something about this. This is my thing. I live in Georgia. We have 2 Democratic senators in Georgia. I want y'all to just think about this. That means, but Georgia went red. Georgia voted for Trump. How the fuck are there confirmation hearings and y'all in these confirmation hearings going against your constituents? Georgia voted for this. You don't have the right to go give your motherfucking opinion about how you're not going to vote for or confirm this motherfucker. No, your constituents said yes. So we got to start holding these motherfuckers accountable. That's my biggest thing. Because everybody on this panel, our voices are loud. Like, seriously. But we command respect from everybody. The problem that we always going to have is on the Democratic side, them feeling guilty motherfuckers, they intimidated by us. Because we can have a conversation and not get emotional. We can have a conversation and bring you facts while you still in your motherfucking feelings. They don't like that shit and it drives them crazy. That's where we have to get to. And we got to start calling out media. Because we're all media. We may not be right all the time. We're not going to be right all the time. But guess what? We will admit when we're wrong. They won't. They run with the lie. That's the one thing I got to get a Democratic the leadership. Them motherfuckers get a lie and they talking points. They don't move off of it.
Nope.
But it's our responsibility to make sure we're telling people the truth. We're not going to get through to everybody, but if we get through to one, I always say we got to get through to one, and all we got to do is get through to the motherfucking young people. That's who matters right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody else got any final words before I move to the next prompt? Because this one's definitely about to kind of be the cherry on the top of why everything sucks when it comes to the media. Anybody else? No?
Okay. I'm going to hold what I got to say.
And I meant to say this too. Knock, I'm so jealous of you and that goddamn background. I'm talking about
that shit is hot.
I'm so fucking, that shit seems so 70s. And the
light. You talking about the neon shit? Motherfucker, I'll send it to you. It's okay. You send it to me. Okay, motherfucker, all you gotta do is say something, motherfucker. I'll send it to you.
Let me tell you something. Like you and Van, like I love y'all backgrounds because I don't know. I like that atmosphere that I be seeing on people's videos. That's kind of why I've been switching minds up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah. I love y'all back.
I like to work in the dark, so I need my blue light popping. You know,
it's hard for me to work in the dark because I have 2 big windows.
Oh yeah,
you heard what Joe said?
Huh?
Yeah, we need backgrounds like this. See, this is Black excellence, degrees and shit. You know, from the military and college and all of that stuff.
This is Black excellence too.
That's the shit.
My boyfriend made this. Yeah. It's a rug. He makes rugs for a living.
Oh,
he
that's
has his own rug tuffing company.
Wow.
He made the rug with my logo. So that's Black excellence too. This is Black excellence right here.
You know what the problem is though?
Everybody just look beautiful. Y'all look like a bacon and egg sandwich right now. Let's go ahead and go to the next prop. All right, because we got to talk about this Smith and Mundt Act. We have to. I was
Smith Mundt.
I was yesterday years old when I realized exactly what this was, and I was so shocked. I had just got through with my little wacky tobacco, and I was reading it, and my eyes started to water.
Oh,
my eyes started to water because I was just like, "Wow, this is so evil that our government would do this to us."
But it's not wacky tobacco did its job,
man. That's why they say that. That's why Epstein said that people who be on the wacky tobacco, we can't deal with them. It's some people that drink because we get to asking questions and we get to thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Going.
It gets the people going.
It really does.
So I was like, yo, let me read this and see exactly what it entails. Now, for the people who do not know what this act is, it pretty much was set in stone in the 40s, and it allowed our government to send propaganda and it was supposed to be information about the war and things that were going on around World War II, I believe, right?
In 48. Yep.
And they were able to send information, send propaganda about America to other countries. But the plan was to not allow that shit to be on us.
Right.
So they could tell other countries whatever they wanted to tell them. I'm quite sure that they wasn't saying great things about our black asses. We just gonna say that, which could possibly be one of the reasons why when immigrants come over here, they already have a preconceived notion of who Black Americans are, because they're just sending over information, making it seem like America is the milk and the honey. It's great over here.
Mm-hmm.
We got everything. We got big buildings that we didn't build.
Mm-hmm.
We got infrastructure. We got homes. We got good clean water. Like, yes, like this is a place to be. This is the American dream, and that went good until that big-eared bastard 44 decided to make some changes.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot. It was a lot too.
It was a lot. And they lied. The thing about it is they hid it in another bill. So most people wouldn't even know. Like, I looked it up on Congress.gov. You can't look this up on Congress.gov and see that it's been passed because they took that shit and put it in another bill, in a defense bill. At that. That's how sneaky that they get us when it comes to these bills. They make them so fat that they know the average American person is not going to sit there and read this shit the way that you would think that they would read it. They're not.
That's right.
Before you get on that, do you think that the Civil Rights Act, which in my opinion was an amendment to 4 or 5 different other bills, was strictly for Black people? And if so, how did it benefit Black people?
I never thought it was specifically for Black people.
That's a good question. I personally
because it didn't specify that.
It didn't really
exactly.
specify that.
It was for white women.
And then in 1965, what you find in that bill from Lyndon Baines Johnson, if you read that bill, that's when all of a sudden we start finding everybody coming over here in large numbers.
Yeah.
And I tell people from the Civil Rights Act.
Exactly. And I tell people, Black people were unintended beneficiaries of the Civil Rights Act from 1964-65, even though they pushed it as a bill that gave us some type of freedoms. The only thing that is said about us, and it never even mentioned Black people specifically, is that you can't get discriminated based on your race. But we already had that in the Constitution. But they use like Black emotional unintelligence to push this bill and make it think it was going to benefit Black people. And we got jack shit from that bill. Absolutely nothing from that bill. Absolutely nothing.
They don't even treat us as pawns in the system. They treat us like mules. I think they put everything on our backs to carry it through. And some of our people are so willing to participate in that role because they just want to be on the field. So if they have
You're absolutely correct.
They'll be a mule because everything, it's like if you want to get trans rights passed, tell Black people it has anything to do with them.
Yeah.
And where did that
anything immigration rights, anything, tell Black people that it has to do with them and they will go out and fight it. And when you read the Epstein files and how they talk about all people who aren't part of them, how they see us all as just fodder, they just see us all as animals for sacrifice. They see us all as just pieces on the board. They see us at the lowest. They see us they can do whatever and use us however it's like they feel like we have been gifted to them. They have dominion over us and they are to use us and play with us however they need to in order to get whatever they want out of it. And our people just keep on falling for it over and over again.
Well, it's kind of true. They have a book called The Secret of Selling the Negro.
Yep,
and if you read that book,
documentary on YouTube like that.
Yeah, if you can look at the documentary, read the book, it tells you, and the same thing get replayed over and over and over again. give an emotional appeal to something that seems shiny. Make it seem like it's everything. Take it and have them run with it. Then pull it away from them and then give it back to them slowly. And as you're giving it back to them slowly, throw something else in there. Like you can look at the Black Lives Matter movement. There wasn't a bill that was passed outside of the Crown Act that benefited Black people from the Black Lives Matter movement. But from that movement, you got more illegal immigrant rights. You got more gay rights. You got more rights for governments. You got more rights for corporations pushing the Black Lives Matter than you did for rights for the actual Black people. And what did they use to sell at? Bodies of dead Black men and women all across the United States. And they did nothing for our community. Let's give them some hair. Black people getting killed, instead of having a police accountability bill or something like that, let's just put some dashikis on and just kneel on the floor, because everything that we do for Black people, let's just make it symbolic to make them feel good. And so everything that we do in the Black community, it's about feelings. That's why you hear people talking more about athletes and actors than you hear about Black intellectuals or scholars. Mm-hmm. Anybody can tell you what Cardi B did, but they can't tell you how Condoleezza Rice helped improve America or how she helped elevate Black intelligence. People don't even know what Condoleezza Rice do right now. And what she does now is extremely important, and people should be writing books and studying what she's doing right now.
Right.
They don't care.
Shit, she the only Black woman as a member of fucking Augusta National. That's an accomplishment in its goddamn self. Shit.
They only talking about kind of like, I remember they used to call Condoleezza Rice so many coons and Sambos and stuff like that. And now the only thing to kind of make it seem as if they don't hate all Republicans, they only hate Trump. They do things like post videos of her with Bush, and they got the googly eyes, and they got a crush saying that her and Bush possibly messed around with each other. I'm like, y'all are some messy people, man.
Sis, you just said something that triggered me. They could do that talking about her, but they don't say a word about Michelle Obama and Bush playing footsie and passing candies to each other. They don't say that shit. They don't talk about that shit.
Bush was just slanging strong, huh?
That was just two men having a good time.
How do y'all feel about her?
That's a man.
I was going to ask.
It's a boy.
How does everybody feel about that? Because I was wondering if anyone had any pregnancy photos that they could share. Because I was hoping to find some.
I'm trying to leave her alone because I know that we talked about the whole little chilly situation, and the thing with Michelle Obama, the thing with 44 in general, I feel like that they were that he and his family were the biggest psyop on our community that we had probably ever seen.
For sure.
It's like I'm talking about. They came in and swept us off of our feet, and it's equivalent. I feel like the relationship that Black America has with Obama is equivalent to having that ex that you know is toxic, that you know ain't shit, but they know how to blow your back out.
Is it like MAGA?
Nah.
It's how Black people feel. It's how Black people feel about the Obamas. Is that how MAGA feel about Trump?
I would say
Nah.
right
No,
here.
because
I don't think so.
because I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. I'm a firm believer, and I'm quite sure, like, if you all have seen any of my videos, I don't have no problem with calling out Trump out on his shit. I don't let the conservatives cuss me out. I don't have no problem with calling out the shit that I be seeing. I feel like we got a lot of coons on our side. And I don't like their asses. I don't like when black conservatives build a platform talking about other Black people, and that's the only thing that you think that's the only way that you could get a rise or you could get some clout. Like, I don't like seeing that. I feel like that we missed our we really, in my opinion, and then I see that you're trying to say something. Not we really screwed ourselves. So I hope that everybody is hearing MAGA. We fucked up our midterms opportunity.
Oh,
so I hope you know that.
Yeah.
We screwed it up completely. Both of y'all, white conservatives as well as Black conservatives, y'all have fucked it up. And I'm going to tell you how you fucked it up. Instead of us focusing on how to better serve our communities while he's in position, how to really get out here and bring new people, we're supposed to be fishing for people to come to our side. The only thing that you all have done, you all have alienated the whole voting class. We know
Multiple
that we
voting
got niggas
classes.
on our side. We know that we got black people that we don't like, that we don't like what they're doing. We don't like what they're saying. We saw the shit the whole time that we was voting for Trump, that we was trying to get him in position. Y'all starting to sound a lot like the liberals right now. Y'all want to talk about this blackface shit. So the fuck what? What the hell what really? Okay, Drewski did the whole little whiteface shit, right? We didn't even know that was Erica Kirk. Y'all insinuated the same way that y'all insinuated that that's Trump is Jesus. Y'all insinuated and y'all literally thought that was Erica Kirk. So they ran with that shit. Now you got black conservative, white conservatives. Oh, well, if I do blackface, then is it going to be funny? Bitch, do it. Do it and be bold enough to walk your ass outside with that same face. The thing about it is that when y'all do blackface, y'all don't make that shit funny. Y'all use it as an excuse to be racist. The same way that chick on YouTube put that blackface on and was talking about black women on Halloween. And none of y'all niggas say nothing about it.
Nothing.
Y'all didn't say nothing about it. When she
Nothing.
sat on there, y'all don't say nothing about when Nick Fuentes say shit about black people. Y'all don't say shit about when the older millennial made his video talking about we ain't got no rich black neighborhoods. Y'all don't say shit about it because most of y'all are some soft shoe tap dancing coons. Y'all are everything that most of us are trying to fight against. And I'm gonna call that shit out because y'all fucked up our opportunity to win this time. Y'all fucked it up. It wasn't me. It wasn't Unplug. It wasn't India. It was y'all niggas. Because y'all wanted to align with whiteness so much that y'all say shit that's gonna trigger racist ass bots and people to come in your comments, red-winged angel. And then y'all don't never tell them y'all don't never call them on their shit. I'm an equal opportunity smoke giver, period. I call out black people, niggas, white people, crackers, Hispanics. I call them all out. Anybody could get it. I don't care.
Well, since we calling shit out, I mean, like black voices for Trump completely disappeared during the second election term. We have no black voices for Trump.
What happened to
Michaela? Well, I mean, during the first term, Michaela, she's doing her thing. Michaela's good. That's my homegirl.
I don't see her no more because she's being overshadowed by coonery.
She's not with the Trump. She's not with the Trump administration anymore. She's working with another organization.
And that's a beautiful thing. But what I'm saying is this.
I'm gonna connect y'all.
They have elevated the most coonish ass black people to represent Trump. And I know, I'm telling the truth, Coach.
Yeah,
they take the coonish black folks to be the face of MAGA. And these same black folks wouldn't step a foot in the motherfucking hood. They're not going to Gary. They're not going to Chicago. Look, if we had more of Chicago, if we had more of Chicago flips red in every city, we would have the midterms, but we don't. Chicago flips red is the only Republicans, conservatives that flip to conservatives, and they going hard for their community. And we don't see this shit nowhere else in the country. Nobody else is doing it.
I agree with that.
I think that black people need to stop calling themselves conservative and call themselves Republican, which what they are. That conservative shit, you might as well be a trans conservative or a trans liberal if you black and you calling yourself a conservative. And hear me out on this one. When Donald Trump was in office, every single black person who fancied themselves a conservative, they wasn't conservative. They was riding a coattail of Donald Trump.
I didn't mean to yell either.
When he got out of office, what all these people turn into? They turn into super Christians, which I consider trans Christians. Everybody want to be the biggest, the baddest, the coldest Christian, whether you gay or whether you not, and they want the Bible thump the hell out of people and they ain't even read the Bible. Now that Trump is back in office, now they have a moral compass problem because now you have to agree with everything Donald Trump do because he's back in office and that's how you made your fame, or you have to try and pivot yourself to be a Christian while supporting things that Donald Trump do, i.e. the war, which goes against what the Bible says.
You can kiss my ashy kneecaps.
Unless you're the I people.
If you don't say, if you ain't doing what I voted for, I'm calling that shit out. And just like I had said to Fu, and I'll say it again, I feel like that this war in Iran, even though this was a long time coming. That shit took the focus off of what you supposed to be doing for America. It was supposed to be
Facts.
America first from the motherfucking jump. The moment that you gave that shit to Argentina, I kept quiet about that. I didn't say nothing. But now it seems as big ear bastard B2B brought his ass into the White House. Every time he comes into the White House, he's like that toxic friend that y'all can't go out nowhere because you always getting into a fight with somebody. And I gotta stick my hand out to help you. I gotta break my nails. I gotta mess my hair up to help you.
Mhm.
Trump was supposed to be focused on America and America only. It was supposed to be about us. And B2B couldn't let that happen because now we got to help their homeless ass. Now y'all feel like y'all got to go ahead. We got to help you out for you to get from point A to point B because you don't got no home, because you've been kicked out of everywhere. Maybe it's a fucking reason why.
They're troublemakers. So you consider yourself, Shannon, you consider yourself MAGA?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say that shit proud. I
No,
am. MAGA is not just Republicans, and it's Republicans, Democrats, Independents.
But no, I mean, what is MAGA? What would you say? How would you define
India?
what
MAGA is just people who believe in America first. That's all.
That's it.
That's it.
I know Democrats that are MAGA.
Yes.
I mean, I always said like I rock with them. I can't get with any part of this system in general. I am more of a trying to pull my people out of the system entirely so we can understand they're playing us. It really is two wings of the same bird at the end of the day, and one of the wings might flap I don't know, in a smoother pattern or something like that, but at the end of the day it's two wings holding up this same bird. I cannot
only one side wants illegal immigrants here, so
yeah, that's how I mean, like, honestly, now
thing.
DJ Green, and then I'm gonna let somebody else talk because I know that I've been going ham.
I've been wanting to say something for a while. Let not go.
Oh no, I look, I'm tuned in. I was.
You said
go
only
ahead.
one side, and I agree with you on that, but that ain't even really the truth either, because I live in a red state, and my governor didn't stop 4,000 illegal immigrants coming to my state of Indiana. My governor ain't coming to the state capital where I'm at right now in Indianapolis and saying, hey, we got to get these illegals out of these jobs. My government ain't stopping shit. The governors, a lot of our governors, we got to understand this is a money game for them.
Yeah.
This is all money. This is about money and bodies and votes and
power,
cheap labor
and power.
And
Governor
power.
Abbott
That's all they
in
care
Texas
about.
is letting them take over, just like it's happening everywhere, no matter what, no matter red or blue, it does not matter. They are lining their own pockets and doing what's best for them, and we need to figure out how to do what's best for us.
Man, the only way we're gonna be able to do what's best for us is if we create another party.
We
So
can do that.
y'all don't think that the war was helping America? Y'all don't think that this helps America directly? The war in Iran.
The thing about
if this cuts China's oil supply, it will. But we got.
That's what I think.
We're
now in control of the Strait of Hormuz, but Venezuela's oil. We dominate the Middle East. We now have we've taken away every power play that China or Russia could ever dream of moving or using against us. We've pulled every lever against them.
Real quick, Mark, and then I'm gonna let Van go. I hear you, I do, but I'm getting tired of this China and US talk because we know you work with these motherfuckers. How is it that you hate these people so much? You want us to hate these people so much. You want us to look at these people as if these are our enemies, right? But they got land in our country. They literally have land by naval bases. They own majority of American businesses. They are the biggest you have allowed, thanks to Carter, bitch ass, you allowed them to be the biggest manufacturer in the world. Everything that we have in this bitch comes from them. So if you don't like them, I don't know about you. I don't want to do business with a motherfucker I don't like. Why are they still in our country? Why is it that they get to protest up there in New York talking about what the fuck you don't want in your country, in your community? Bitch, you an immigrant too. How you gonna sit here and say, I don't want no shelter in my community? We don't want no shelter in Chinatown. How you could go back to China then? We didn't want no shelters in our community. We didn't want drugs in our community that came from your country. We don't want y'all asses all in the black community taking our money and then going back to your big ass house up in the hills somewhere. The fact of the matter is that like we be thinking that people are our enemies when really behind the scenes they working with our government.
Facts.
They've been doing that shit for a long time. If you do not know, read the truth of what is it called? The Confessions of an Economic Hitman. It's gonna tell you how our government has been going to other countries, making them take out loans to rebuild their infrastructure. And when they asses can't pay that shit back, they take all the resources and run that shit up. Who want to go
Like
next?
Hey,
like China did in
can I just
Africa.
say goodbye to y'all? I have to I gotta take my wife to the gym. She needs to go
Go ahead,
get her
tell her get
get her
snatched for the
greens
summer.
on. Yeah, for sure. I'm actually gonna probably carry my ass in there as well. I appreciate everybody's time. Thank y'all. If you guys will be here next Monday, I would love to
We
come back
here
and hang out with you
every
guys.
Every
Monday.
Monday,
You can
yo.
come
Every Monday.
anytime.
Say less. I will be here next Monday, and I'll
Right.
be on time too. I was trying to get home from work, man, but I work like an hour away, and all of my equipment is here and stuff. So I was trying, man, but I didn't make it in
You ain't,
time. But
you
I'll
ain't
make a
gotta
move next
explain.
Monday.
You ain't
All
gotta
good,
You
explain.
Mark.
ain't got
Man,
to
I appreciate
explain.
the love, y'all. Y'all, thank y'all so much.
D.
No
Have a good one.
No
problem.
Meet
Bye,
you.
Have a
y'all.
wonderful evening, man.
See you, man.
This
I be
shit,
saying bye, y'all, like I'm leaving. I ain't going nowhere. We in this bitch.
you know something
Yeah.
that like you said something.
Hey,
Even
yo.
talking about what's going on with Iran and
Stop.
everything like that. The main problem still is, and it always comes back to this, is messaging. It seems as if it can never be, two things at the same goddamn time. Okay, y'all doing whatever y'all doing in Iran. That's going to be pushed by the media as a bad thing.
Yep.
How about y'all start talking about the good things? And the one thing that's never said, only by Tom Homan, they never talk about the kids and the women that have been saved.
Nope.
They never talk about this.
Nope.
I was literally, and if y'all would have seen this, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I dropped off 2 chicks to the airport 2 days ago. One of the chicks had a bald head, two white chicks, bald head, tattoos on her head. So you already knew what was up. They immediately said something about going to Atlanta airport and how the ICE agents were there. My immediate response, do you know why one of the main reasons that ICE agents are at the airport? They was like, why? I said, because of the trafficking. But when I say it clicked, it was like, oh shit, exactly. That's how you communicate, because you got to hit that control alt delete button with motherfuckers when you talk to them. When you say some shit that's going to register, then you have the conversation. Bring the emotion down. But they don't do that, because why would they do that? Because they got to keep the emotions up, because the more they keep the emotions up, the more the plan goes through. That's my biggest thing. This messaging shit, to me, it bothers me and it's annoying.
It does.
Yep.
Well, the practice run was under the Biden administration when they was allowing illegal immigrants to cross the border. I literally watched when we had left the border and we was at American Airlines. I literally watched these people give them clear folders in a backpack, and they gave them a name card and they let them on the flight. No identification, no medical record, no nothing. These people couldn't even speak English. And they boarded all these people on planes and they flew them all over the place. And the federal government paid for that stuff. So that was a test run. So now when you see these people and they're in and out of airports so fast, it's already been proven that it could be done.
Yeah.
Facts. Yep. I remember they had them Biden Harris shirts on too at the border.
I remember they had signs written
They
in
did.
English. How you got a sign in English and you don't speak it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't even speak it. You mean to tell me you done swam the ocean sea coming over here with some J's on and a stroller? How you get over here, sir?
I don't
How
even
did you
own a pair
get
of
over
Jordans.
here? I don't believe it. I don't believe you swam over here and you climbed barbed wire to get to America and your shoes is that clean. I'm
But
used
that
to
goes-
seeing people be called, excuse me, this is not me calling y'all this, but when I was coming up, they used to call Mexicans wetback for a
Wetbacks.
reason. Because they used to swim through swamps and shit to get here. They worked hard. I respect those. If those the illegal immigrants, I ain't never have a problem with, because I didn't know y'all asses was illegal, first of all. Second of all, y'all learned the language. Third of all, y'all used to work with us. Y'all wasn't discriminating against us. It's these new motherfuckers that came over here and tripping.
Mm-hmm.
It's y'all that come over here and be tripping. Like y'all know, y'all probably be knowing the language and then be like, you know what? Me no hablo inglés.
Mm.
The only reason why you can't call them wetbacks because part of the Rio Grande dried up.
I don't want to call them wetbacks anyway. I know it's a racist term, plus I got love for the.
If it's not racist if it's true.
And I gotta stress to y'all, like, this is no
Yeah.
bullshit. The fact that we can have conversations like this, and mind you, I want y'all to really think about this, and I hope people who watching this will understand how this goes on, how this goes. This is called adult conversations, civil discourse. Nobody hating on the motherfucker. Nobody, wait till we get off this live, I'm gonna cuss that motherfucker out. No, because we're adults. And when homeboy said that shit about whatever Funky Deneva, what the fuck that motherfucker's name is, acting like a child.
Funky Balls Deneva.
That's what we're dealing with. And that's the issue. I want to have adult conversations with people. I don't want to deal with that childish bullshit.
You know,
So
it's
this is
people out
gonna be
here.
for the people who don't know what this is, right?
What you got up there?
This is, hold on, let me get this out of here. I got a better look. This is actually regarding the Smith and Munns Act, because a lot of people don't know what this shit is. They don't. They just have heard us talk about it. They've heard us connect Obama with it, but they are not sure what it means and when it was amended in 2012, what it did. They don't know. So this is just a little bit information on it. So they say that this was the U.S. Information and Educational Exchange. And basically, it was the Act of 1948, was introduced by Congressman Carl E. Munn, who was a Republican of South Dakota, in January 1945 in the 79th Congress. And it was passed by Harry S. Truman, who was actually he was a Democrat, right? So I think back in them days, the Democrats and Republicans actually did kind of work with each other. A whole lot different than it is right now.
Right.
They still work with each other.
They still want it.
They work with each other against America.
Exactly.
Yes. That's the difference. Now they working with each other against America. Back then they was working with each other to fuck up other countries and make sure it didn't fuck us up.
So another thing that people got to look at is the Trading with the Enemy Act and how the Trading with the Enemy Act came into play and what they do with the Trading with the Enemy Act right now. Because I think that a lot of people don't understand that if the United States, they can designate you a foreign terrorist, even if you're a United States citizen. They'll put you on no-fly list. They'll put you on FBI watch list and all these other things. And people think the Trading with the Enemy Act has to do with foreign countries, but no, it has to do with what the U.S. government can use to stop Americans from doing whatever the U.S. government doesn't want Americans to do. And that goes along with the Smith-Munn Act. They can say, look at Tulsi Gabbard. They say, well, we're going to put you on a no-fly list because we deem you a foreign terrorist just because of some of your beliefs, as Marco Rubio has done to other people who were, considered not American citizens, but green card holders. And they've done that. No proof, no nothing. But we're going to put you on this terrorist watch list. We're going to arrest you. We're going to put you in jail. And then we can use the Smith-Munn Act and we can manipulate everything that we put into the media to make the American population think that you're an absolute terrorist to the United States. And that's going to justify their reasoning for violating your rights. And they do it all the time.
Yeah, this was a violation, like a big violation. What really struck a nerve with me is that they hid it under other bills to pretty much tell us whatever they wanted to tell us. Like they knew that social media was going to be as big as it is right now. They knew it. Because really, truth be told, we don't watch the news on our TVs. We watch it on our phones. Majority of us watch clips. Majority of us watch it on apps. Am I wrong or am I right? So they know that somehow, some way, okay, let's go ahead and throw some bots in there. The bots is supposedly from Russia and other countries. If this act would never have been amended, that would never be a thing. We would not have to worry about fighting with bots from other countries. If this act was never amended,
are you saying that in 2012 they made it where it's legal for other countries to send us?
Well, for our
no,
for our State Department, and
Yes.
military, CIA, you know, those organizations to use propaganda against
Yeah.
his own people.
Yeah.
See, at
Okay,
first
but
we were
fictional
protected. It's
fact,
kind
it
of
wasn't
like
like that.
Yeah,
back in
because
the
see,
day. Go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
well, I was gonna say, DJ Green. So at first, the act was developed to regulate broadcasting of programs for foreign audiences,
Mm-hmm.
produced
Yeah.
under the guidance of the State Department, and it prohibited domestic dissemination of materials produced by such programs as one of its provisions. That was the original version of 1948. So that
Mm-hmm.
was put in place to protect us, the citizens, from propaganda, basically. It was
Mhm.
overturned in 2012. Now, in 2012, it was introduced by Congressman Mark Thornburg in the House of Representatives, and U.S. Congressman Adam Smith. They look like some damn man. Republicans is ugly, but not Republicans, but I wish politicians would just like do something. Y'all be looking like y'all some lizard people sometimes. Just some of y'all. That's another reason why I think that y'all don't like Trump. Because like he's the only one that look like a human being. The rest of y'all asses do be looking like y'all be some lizard eating motherfuckers. But the act was added to the 2013 NDAA bill as section of 1078 to amend certain passages. So they wanted it to be they wanted to be able to allow those materials that we were once not able to get to come over here.
You remember when we saw images of Africans, they were naked
Yeah.
and they lived out in the sands, and
Right.
We used to say African booty scratchers when we was kids. You know what I mean?
Because we used to see the
That's the
kids.
propaganda we all got.
They
back
hid the
then,
truth
right.
from us. You know what I mean? Because the truth was they were actually living better than that. You know,
Not
Especially
all
like
of
in
them.
Nigeria, right? Yeah.
So now it's totally different. So I mean, it has its benefits, but to use it against your own people is kind of bad. Because if you think about 2012 and beyond, think of all of the school, pew pewings that we start seeing all of a sudden.
Oh, that's so crazy that you just said that.
Yeah,
Because
like
right
we start
Hold on, are
seeing
you
a
saying that
rash
thinking
of.
they were happening before?
Well, it was to control us because people have to remember social media as we know it. We think it's a cool thing, but it started out by the military. It was started by the military and it was used for a social experiment. Even if you look it up now, it's still there. Even Google will tell you that it's still used to manipulate the mind. It's a form of manipulation. It gets you to buy stuff. It gets you to do this. It gets you to do that. So, if people are not careful, and you don't even know what to believe nowadays. That's why I don't
No, you
take a
don't.
lot of people serious, especially in politics. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I don't take it serious because there's nothing that you can make me believe or tell me to make me believe that a woman like what's homegirl name from up there in Massachusetts? She's from out of Ohio, but she went to school in Massachusetts, and now she's a congresswoman. She's part of the squad.
Ayanna
Ayanna Presley.
Ayanna
Like,
Presley.
like what? It tripped me out when I saw that she actually ran on legalizing prostitution.
They do
Like,
that.
The
like to
bald-headed
see,
chick?
yeah. So to see that, and then it's on her website, I'm like, wait a minute, something ain't fucking right about this. You know what I mean? I start seeing people doing some strange stuff in politics that we had never seen before. Like let's go ahead and lock up a dude like Puff for, transporting, women or whatever. And lock down R. Kelly for having two women and all this other stuff, right? I'm starting to see all these strange things happening, but we can legalize prostitution, but lock up the John.
Well, they needed Puff. They needed Puff Daddy so they can give Kamala Harris the opportunity to win.
Absolutely. And so I started paying attention to the Me Too movement and then Time's Up. And I'm like, okay, so they put the black woman out front from the Me Too movement so that she could take all of the punches. But who was behind it? Oh, okay. So now we're talking about Tina Chin. Tina Chin is an openly gay Asian woman who was a big time lawyer who raised all of the money for Barack to actually win his situation to go into the White House. And then he hired her. So she worked in the White House and she became one of the 2 founders of Time's Up. Who was the second woman that's a co-founder of Time's Up? Roberta Kaplan. Now, where in the fuck do I know that name from? Roberta Kaplan was the lawyer that represented E. Jean Carroll in her case against Donald Trump. Who was the judge that oversaw that case where she was rewarded $83 million? Oh, Lewis Kaplan. Damn, ain't that something? But nobody sees this stuff and nobody talks about this stuff because they only on the surface. That's why I like to work behind the scenes and watch the shit that ain't nobody talking about. I don't give a fuck about what you're saying. I want to hear what you ain't saying. So that's always been my way. It's when I look at this stuff, I'm like, damn, these people are dirty as fuck, and they've never changed. You know, so when I look at the Democratic platform versus the Republican platform, the platforms have never changed. They're still the same. The people can switch back and forth. Some of the politicians can switch back and forth, but the platform never changes. Fresh out of slavery, first 2 pieces of legislation that was introduced was what? They wanted to ban interracial marriages and keep guns out of the hands of Black people. They still doing it right now. They're the only ones that's fighting to keep us away from weapons. So it's so much that people miss, but I you know, again, that's why I just keep quiet, because to prevent arguing with back and forth with people, because I don't have a mental bandwidth to argue with nobody. I'm ready to fucking fight. You feel me? Like, I'm serious, man. I don't know how some people do it.
It's heavy on the track. I was saying, because it was crazy that you had mentioned that about Africa, because in this same article on Wikipedia, it says the media and outreach coordinator for the U.S. Department of Bureau of African Affairs, Gregory L. Garland, who does not appear to be African unless he's white African.
Yeah.
South Africa.
Possibly. He don't even look like that. He looks. I'm gonna show y'all in a minute, but noted that the United States shoots itself in the foot by the release prohibition of materials produced by the State Department and the BBG within U.S. borders, and by preaching freedom of the press abroad while practicing censorship at home. He also argued against a complete repeal of the. He wanted the whole thing gone in 1948, stating that the law creates a statutory firewall between resources intended for foreign audiences and those used domestically. So he was just like, it ain't okay that you be skeeting on everybody over there.
Yeah.
It's not okay for you to just be skeeting on all the foreigners. You got to skeet on your own people too.
You wait until Black America figures out what they need to figure out as to why we receive nothing and why we're stepped on continuously.
They better hurry up, because
they're on the path. They're on the path. They're getting closer. I'm starting to see these discussions, and I'm like, it's all good. They just
had a man who wore a wig with a beard telling them not to deal with people because they don't think like them.
You know,
meanwhile, we got people dealing with dating with balloons being popped.
Ooh.
You know, I don't know if we're gonna make it to the mountaintop together. It might be the 440,000 that make it, and I'm okay with that. Long as I'm part of that group, I'm okay with the 440,000. I want to be part of that group.
You know, we in a fucked up time when you still have Black women out here and some Black men that will say that Jasmine Crockett lost because of racism and misogyny.
Yeah.
But they tend to gloss over that she was running in Texas and she has consistently talked about white supremacy, and she called Hispanics You acting like slaves because you voted for Trump. So you're going to alienate the largest voting bloc in Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and you alienate the white people. And you
Mm-hmm.
expect to win Texas, but you're going to say it's racism and misogyny.
Mm-hmm.
These people, like, logic just goes over their head, because when it comes to us, everything has to be emotional. That's
I'm telling
crazy.
you,
That's really crazy, yo.
I don't think it was real. I really don't. Like I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I think these people have been given roles to actually play, bro, to
Yeah.
further fuck our heads up. I'm telling you,
Central
like for
casting
no
is real.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I think all these motherfuckers are actors, bro.
They are.
Like they look. I bet you if I go and snatch one of them up right now from the little bistro that they be going to right up the street from my house, I guarantee if I walk down there, because Capitol Hill is nowhere for me. Nowhere for me.
The
I'm right off
same
of
people,
Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, if
bro.
I
The
was to
same
go and jack one
people.
of them up right now and lay them down on the ground, and ask them who sent them, I'm from Central Casting. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. See, that's the thing. We're not holding them accountable.
Mm-mm.
You see what I'm saying? Look, did they took from us? You see what I'm saying? They did it physically. They beat us. They took from us. They didn't ask. They took it. They used violence. So when I see people begging the very system for results, when they took it, they took it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I that's why I don't get involved in it, because they used violence against us, but we're gonna sit on our knees and beg for it. I'm not begging them for nothing. I'm gonna do it my way.
You
I'm gonna
know,
do it my
not all, just some.
yeah, just some, just some.
Just some.
Just some. But when you read their books, like this one right here, the People's History of the United States, when you read books like this, they tell you what they did and how they achieved it. It's
Yeah.
But
crazy.
that also could be propaganda too, because we not the publishers of nobody's books. And
You
so they
got
could
that
be
right.
putting that shit out there for emotional drain so we can keep on being caught up in this bullshit and
You
not be
got that
thinking
right.
about how to
Yeah.
get out of it.
We
You
know
got
we
that
know
right.
more about Sister Soldier and the coldest winter ever instead of white liberals and black rednecks from Thomas Sowell.
Right. Exactly.
I
Exactly.
literally cannot believe, like, one of my most popular videos on YouTube is the one where I'm actually reacting to Thomas Sowell,
Mm-hmm.
because I never heard of this guy. Now Thomas Sowell, he's not a Republican or a Democrat. I think he's just I think he may be like an independent or whatnot, but because he calls out both sides.
Yep.
And I think he damn near like 90 some years
Yeah,
old, but
he old as fuck. He old as
He
he's
fuck.
dope.
he's so
Dope.
wise. And I like people like him and what's his name? Alan Keys. I
Mhm.
feel bad that we like we our generation, we missed out on opportunities to connect with these people. And like now we do have the opportunity to spread this word to other people, but they don't want to listen.
We had them.
That's
I ain't
because
never
people
heard of
like
neither one of these people until recently.
Yeah.
people like being victims by association. They like
Yeah.
Yes,
claiming there's a lot of shit that happened to us, and they don't even know who us is in
Right.
relation to that specific
yeah,
individual. Like
absolutely.
like like 5 years ago, I found out that my family didn't even come here by slavery. They migrated from England and Scotland, and we had like 12,000 slaves on American land, black,
Mm-hmm.
Asian, white, and Indians. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
No.
And when I look at the Library of Congress, and there's a manuscript that I would employ everybody to read. It's called Free Blacks in the Antebellum Period, and
Mm-hmm.
it talks about how slavery was only in like 4 or 5 states in the South, and how you had free blacks that was in the North and in the South and some parts of the West who were fighting to free slaves as well, but those voices was drowned out by the stories that were being told by
Yep.
slave owners and black free people in the South, because that was more of an emotional appeal than actually
Mm-hmm.
telling the majority of Black Americans who were here that no, this is not your legacy. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like, and
They
so mentally, when you tell people, no, all black people came here from slavery, and you go do the research, and it says, well, it's only 308,400 black people that actually came here by way of the transatlantic slave trade. The majority of them motherfucking slaves were in the Caribbean and South America. It kind of like it'll turn a light on and be like, you know what? Nah, these motherfuckers been lying to us for a long time. Let me
Right.
find out where I am. And that's why I've always, it's been unpopular in the Republican and conservative movement. I've always pushed for reparations because there are reparations for everybody. You have to find out who you are and where you're from to be able to obtain the type of reparations that you're looking for. And this shit that the majority of black people are looking for, it ain't for you. It's not even for the majority. It ain't even for a partial of the majority of us. We
Well,
have reparations that are
on behalf of the FBA coalition, we are no longer focused on reparations. We want restitution. We want
if they
restitution.
I
if
preach
the
this all
end
the time about the black communities living off slaves and the 2% of people that really were slaves, and the fact that they
facts.
spend their they spend their whatever they push it towards Southern blacks.
Yeah.
They put because I
Facts.
have generations that go back at least 10 generations. We knew exactly who we were. We never had a problem making money. I grew up affluent, and they push that shit and that agenda towards people that come from black slaves.
Well, I know my family, my great grandmother was definitely enslaved by Irish people. But we also have Scottish people who were married to my great grandmother. So you know what I
They
mean?
did they did that.
We have, then on one side I got Irish, I got Scottish on this side, I got England. My family got Crest out
My
there in
last name
England.
is Irish.
You know what I'm saying? My whole name is Irish. My mama gave me the whitest name on, and I'm grateful for it. It's helped me get great jobs. Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
Well, I would say this: if you were here prior to the conception of the United States in 1776, then and you are a person of color, then you should be considered Indians, not taxed.
And that is
True.
the restitution
That's
that
it.
we're talking about.
That's right.
That's what we're talking about. We want our rightful classification back to the original way that it was. We want the cosplaying Native Americans the fuck up off the land.
Yeah.
We want y'all to either y'all gonna share that shit or y'all getting the fuck up out of here. In fact,
Yep.
I want, if you can hear me out there in TV land, I want some Native Americans on my podcast. I really want to have a conversation with y'all because I really feel as if you guys have bad information. And you guys are hanging on a story of your history that is fucking false. The same way that we've had to deal with the fact that we didn't have people that came over here on boats, the same way we had to deal with that we had black people that were slave owners, the same way that we had to deal with the fact that our church sold out, that we had to deal with did so much shit regarding our history. We had to freaking figure out. I want to have a conversation with some Native Americans. I really do. I've never seen y'all in real life. I've never seen a Native American in real life.
Stop talking about them Siberians.
Never.
Yeah.
I seen a Mexican. They kind of look the same. But I ain't never seen a real life Native American in my entire life. Not only that, I like to know, how are y'all the poorest community in the entire fucking country, but y'all are the landlords of America? Who are you really influencing right now? Who is saying, man, y'all seen that new video, that new movie that was by that Native American guy? How is it that y'all are cosplayed in every single movie and TV show? Y'all the same people in every show.
Why is it also that there's not a single motion picture showing black people as slave owners? No one's ever talked. Why not?
You never will.
There's not one. There's not one.
You never will. Yep.
The whole story of slavery is told fucked up, messed up.
It was told in reverse.
Pretty much, right? It was the way they sell it is to keep black people weak-minded. That's all it is. That's all it is.
It's just a lot, man. And,
hey, look at the title of this.
We couldn't even get through everything. What's that?
It was told in reverse.
It was told in reverse.
Is that by Dane
That's it.
Calloway?
Yes, ma'am.
That's Dane
Dan
Calloway?
Calloway,
Look,
he's
Dane,
solid.
I met Dane in 2014 DJing, and Dane told me what I needed to do. I took my kids with me down to the National Archives, and I think I cried after about 5 hours sitting there.
Damn.
Looking through records. I went with my grandmother's maiden name, her date of birth, and I dug and dug and dug, and I actually have all the copies in the records sitting right there on my shelf. And now I understand clearly. I understood right then and there why she would never let me wear red, black, and green. Them African medallions and all that. When I became a 5%er when I was like 14, she would not allow that stuff in her house.
Yeah.
She wouldn't allow it. I couldn't say I was African. I couldn't get my jean jacket spray painted. I couldn't get none of that. I couldn't get none of it.
Did you wear cross colors?
Me?
Nope.
No,
I did.
Hey,
I
yeah, I did.
No cross colors.
I definitely had the cross colors. I had the damage
Yeah.
with the Jodeci boots. I had the S pleats. Okay.
But she told me she said Cherokee. I knew my grandfather said he was a Creek boy, but when you're young, you're not really thinking about all that.
That's why it's just important that we're free to have these kind of conversations, because we do have social media sites that don't really even allow us to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You will get shadow banned. Hell, this live is probably heavily shadow banned right now. Majority of the view, I know it is. I could tell.
It is.
Facebook hates me. They really do. But I don't care, because at the end of the day, it's still allowing the few that did watch, or whoever did watch, to understand that they may need to look into this Missing Months Act. They may have the opportunity of seeing that we do have information that's coming at us from different sides that's incorrect. And you have to really, honestly, at this point, you got to pray that you're getting the right information before you just pass judgment on some shit. Because the last thing you want to do is make it seem as if you know it all when you really don't know anything of what's going on. We don't know what's going on with this war in Iran. We really don't. We don't know what's going on between us and China. We don't know what's going on with we don't. We don't. But the best that we could do is try to be stand-up people for ourselves, for our families, for our people, and this above all, to thine own self always be true. Long as you're true to yourself, man, you it's hard for you to tell a lie. I can't fake kick it with nobody. That's why I stay to myself. So at the end of the day, this isn't about left or right, it's about awareness.
That's
it because if we can't think for ourselves, then we really truly are not free. So if anybody got any last thoughts, co-host?
You hit that one.
I'll say this. For everybody that came on this panel, thank you. And the reason why I say that is because, as usual, this was a conversation that needed to be had. And the more people see it, they will realize this shit has hurt us so much because communication is a lost art. We actually talked to each other. Progress, solutions, not emotions. Even when it did get a little emotional, guess what we did? Oh shit, she in that position. She can
look at that little Indian lady right there.
When she get in that position, she can ready to cuss somebody the fuck out, and it's about to go down. This is what I love, because I gotta tell y'all, and somebody may end up seeing this. I love the fact that I've matured to the point where it's not just about the people you grew up with. It's not just about relatives. Because I learned this in network marketing. Strangers become friends and friends become family. When you move like that, it's not just about business. It's about who you surround yourself with. I've had some hellified conversations with Knock. Me and Knock have had some real conversations, and he's told me some shit
for hours.
And like that's my big bro right there. That's what we need. Same way with Joe. Like, we have to do this because communication is lacking. Once again, you got people right now that will only text you. People you've known for years. This shit right here, same thing like the internet. It's a blessing and a motherfucking curse, and we got to get past this shit.
Yeah, we do.
No doubt.
Anything, Tiff?
I usually run my mouth. I usually run my mouth. I feel like I was a part of a master class today. I will.
Oh,
I'm dead ass serious. But I will say this though, and I'm glad that you acknowledged that this show was probably shadow banned. Um, I've lost many supporters by saying some of the things that I heard y'all say today. People
Yeah.
don't want to hear the truth. They will run as fast as they possibly can so that they can stay in la la land, some make believe bullshit, just so they can continue to believe that they're on the right side of history. They love to cut off their nose despite their face because they're arrogant and they don't want to hold themselves nor their leader accountable. And it sucks. So I was just listening to y'all, man. Bruh, y'all just on point, man. I apologize that I wasn't adding this much commentary, but was teaching. Y'all was teaching. And sometimes um I love being the quiet one, the listener, the
Hey,
fly on the
Van,
wall, you know?
Van, I gotta say this to you, and then I'm gonna be quiet so G can say something. What you just said is profound because you listened to learn. We all did. We
yeah.
didn't listen to respond.
Right.
We
Mhm.
listened to learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be
Yeah.
dismayed in that we got shadow banned or that only 5 people were in the room. This is canonized for history for the
Yeah.
rest of eternity. As long as the internet is up, this is here. So we doing a service to people. We doing a service to generations that we may not even be here to see, who knew that we were ahead of
Mhm.
our time, maybe. So I just appreciate everybody for being here. I think we're
No
all
doubt.
on the same wavelength, and that's just so
Mhm.
important that we can start a movement with ourselves. We don't need to
Yes.
somebody else to do it. We can get behind each other and we can do it. So we
Mhm.
are the power. We are the resistance. So I
Yeah.
appreciate
That's
everybody.
real. That's
Real
real
talk.
talk.
Anybody
Absolutely.
else? DJ Green?
I'm last. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. I appreciate this invite a lot, and it's good to talk to like. Well, we don't agree on everything, but y'all don't agree with being slaves, and unfortunately, the majority of at least the people that vote, they cool with that because I'm outside every day with people. I'm a business owner. Black people that's Democrat, especially the ones that talk shit online, they don't know what they're doing. I stump them every time. And I'm a big nigga, so niggas don't get all time. Nah. 275, 6'3", goons, money. I got employees that are doing no, niggas don't play with me. So you know what I mean? They never know what they saying. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
good to talk to people that at least, like I said, you can listen, you can learn. Like I said, we all didn't agree on anything. But I know all of y'all have the ability to think critically, which is a shame that a lot don't. Also, there's a lot of us that y'all probably can relate that do agree. They just don't ever say anything. You know what I mean?
Never
They
will.
afraid. They'll tell you they can't talk about it. I get that all the time. Like, yeah. So, and if everybody posts this, like share it, once you put it on YouTube, you share it, the views will go. Yeah. I won't even worry
It's
about the
gonna go
live
up.
video.
The views usually go up like once it uploads.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then like I do like little clips and stuff, and then I'll post like throughout the week, whatnot. So like sometimes it's big, sometimes it's not. I don't care. I enjoy myself. I burnt
You
my
got
chicken.
you got some clips tonight though.
Chicken.
You got some clips for some shorts tonight though.
You said what happened?
You got some shorts for tonight. Some
Oh
clips.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
going down basement. Like
Yeah, it
like
was
I already know. Like it was still a good conversation. So I don't really be too
absolutely.
much tripping about the amount of people over here. As long as we get some people to tell other people to share it with somebody else, because it just goes on like that's how you share information. That's how
Right.
you're supposed to share information.
Mhm.
Word of
Right.
mouth, and Father Time is undefeated.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yep.
Absolutely. Well, all right, y'all. I appreciate you all. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, wrap it up. We went up. We don't never go past. We don't never go to 2 hours. We always go over. So I apologize if you guys got to go help wifey get the kids ready for school. You got to help them because yeah, I got to do my duties as well. So with that being said, man, we appreciate you all for joining this episode of the Realist Lounge. We're gonna see you all next Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday Night Live. Make sure you all subscribe to the channel. Follow all of my amazing guests. I definitely do have their social media. You can see their social media tags on the flyers that's actually available on social media. And I will see you all next time. Y'all be blessed, be well, and don't be listening to Funky Deneva. All right. Don't listen. Funky Deneva
Never.
gonna get y'all fucked up out here in these streets. Don't listen to nothing Funky Deneva talking about. Listen to
real.
yourself. Listen to God. Listen to your heart. Listen to your discernment. And then move forward there, because the media is a joke.
Mm.
Peace, y'all.
Later, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Passing by Shannon and Cole, where culture means.